but you contemplate, are we, am I?
Yes. 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 Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. We're about to stream for about 3 hours, maybe more, to talk about one thing. Should the Toronto Maple Leafs retire Mitch Marner's number? Coming at you for 3 straight friggin' hours. That is all we're going to be talking. Steve Dangle here. I can't believe that's real. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. We're going to be doing a watch-along for Game 1 of the 2025 Stanley Cup Final between the Edmonton Oilers and the Florida Panthers. And then we're going to be doing a stream for every other game in this series. Every single game of the 2025 Stanley Cup Final. This is your home. This is your place to be. SDPN. Does this jersey look sexy to you? Do I make you feel butterflies in your stomach? Only when I wear this jersey. I'm just reading off the script, folks. Is this friggin' hot? Well, if you play a little trivia with us at second intermission. One of these babies could be yours. Pain Train, welcome to SDP VIP. Same with Cody Wedgewitz. Trisha, welcome to SDP VIP. Canadian Girl 83, thank you for 5 STPN gift memberships. I will get to more in a minute. From Freak 811, hey Steve, my AC finally got fixed today after a month in the Texas heat. Just do what Texans do and go to Cancun when nothing's working. And my new car arrived today. Being a good day. Oh, the AC in your car. I was like, yo, that sounds awful. I mean, it's still awful in your car, but still. Been a good day, and now I get to end it listening to you. Life is good. Life is indeed good, because we have the Stanley Cup Final. Stanley Cup Final presented by Hawkins Cheesies, says Sports Talk Chud. Yo, that would be nuts. Hawkins Cheesies in the chat. Hawkins Cheesies in the chat. They're not even a sponsor. I would very much like them to be. We've given them thousands of dollars of free advertising over the course of the 2025 Stanley Cup playoffs. Bob scores the first goal and has a shutout tonight. What would the odds on that pay? I think $5 would return about 30 grand. I mean, Sundin's number is retired. Don't even friggin' get me started, Brad! Brad! Steve, I'm guessing Flames fans might be cheering for the Panthers. You might guess correct. No, AC in the house plus a new car. Oh my God, I would just drive the car around all the time. Although the AC was out on that too. Oh, never mind. Hey, Steve, are you over the Yanni Gord signing yet? No! I can't believe he makes less than David Camp either. Buddy, listen, I've been talking about SDPN memberships. And some of you might be sitting here going, what is that? What the hell is that? Steve, I have no freaking idea what that is. And it's okay, I'll answer. If you become an SDP VIP, you get some perks. Some of them are little, some of them are a little bigger. If you're an SDP VIP, I see your name in the chat in green. That is how I know you're a VIP and a very special person. You also get special access to our unique emojis, like the blue-footed booby, and also the bag of Hawkins Cheesies, and Iggy, and I think there's a Drew, there's a Gripper Nation, there's my face, there's Adam's stupid face, there's Jesse's stupid face. Got a lot of stupid faces in here. Stupid friggin' faces. Stupid. I don't know what there's a few people in here with purple crown. Oh, it's a community leaderboard feature. Is that new? Oh, you get points based on like super chats you send, and that's brand spanking, and regular chats. Oh, Freak 811 just gifted 5 SDPN memberships. So here's the big thing. I said there were little things and there were big things. We do 3 episodes of the Steve Dangle podcast every week. 3. If you're an SDP VIP, you get 2. Wait, no, sorry. I was thinking ahead. If you're an SDP VIP, you get 4. It's 3 regular SDPs. Huh? Then the 4th VIP episode that comes out usually Thursday night, Friday morning. Where I was thinking ahead is after free agency, the SDP is going to go from 3 episodes a week to 2 episodes a week. Obviously, it's the summer and there's less going on. We will still be doing a VIP episode. And in all of August, there will be no new SDPs. None. 0. Except once a week, there will still be a VIP episode. So sign up, become a SDP VIP yourself. The VIP episodes are ad-free. If you sign up for the ad-free tier, that means every episode is ad-free. Sign up for SDP VIP yourself. You can gift memberships to people, and people can gift them to you. lower right-hand corner of the chat, there's a little dollar bill sign thing. You click that, it gives you the options for super chat, gifting memberships, and buying one of your own and upgrading if that is the case. Steve, is your Panthers prediction a jinx attempt? No, I promise no. Denise Campbell, this Flames fans cheering for the Oilers. Wow. You should be given a position in government. Like, that's diplomacy. A very loud "Let's Go Oilers" raining down in Edmonton. Let's not do go to the net. I don't want to rush it. Maybe first intermission. Maybe. Yeah. If you want to play go to the net, you could actually play it right now and see how you do compared to me. There is a link in the description to the Spark app. They have games go to the net that is just active every day, and you can play it every day. Then there's trivia. We're going to be doing that at second intermission, and we're going to be giving away prizes just like this jersey here. Steve, what are the odds the Ducks win this series? Low. Last year I thought the Panthers would win. This year it's going to be close, but putting it on Oilers, McDavid feels different this year in a good way. You know what's funny? McDavid is like objectively like not as dominant as he was last year. But I feel like the Oilers feel better, if that makes sense. They didn't start that way, but ever since they went down 2-0 to the Kings, they've been borderline. They've been nearly literally unbeatable. Giggling Cat. Everyone should know that the Cats put out an ice cream truck shirt today. I don't. Is that a reference to something? Ice cream truck. Ice cream truck. Oh, because Brad Marchand kept going to Dairy Queen. Got it. Got it. Oh, it was the whole team. Is it Dairy Queen sponsored? It should be. There is a man in a Donkey Kong costume in Edmonton. Love that. He must be, well, he's cozy now in the arena. Oh, he's going to be hot later. New Mario Kart comes out tomorrow. Oh, so you're saying he's a plant. He could be a plant. That's smart advertising. Like the smile people. Hanging out behind the bench. Creepy. Canadian Girl 83. August equals holidays for SDPN until the Leafs do all of their player signings in August. Poor Steve. Like Simone Benoit a few years ago. Over 70,000 people watched that damn thing. Alex, I thought we were playing the go to the net drinking game. You can. Leafs should sign Corey Perry. My guess is he's going to play. Well, if he wins the cup this year, I think he's done. If he doesn't win the cup this year, I think he brings it back one more time with Ed Money. Oh, he said today he's not retiring? If he wins the cup, though, come on. His production, his goal scoring is straight up going up. 19 goals this year. It's ridiculous. Time for the Oilers to pull a Rocky 2 and beat Apollo Creed in the rematch. Ooh. Oh, there's the cup. The cup is in the building. Ah! Oh my gosh. When was the last time one team beat the same team twice in a row in a final? Yeah, like Detroit and Pittsburgh had a rematch, but they, and Islanders and Oilers switched. You might honestly have to go back to Boston, St. Louis, which is ages ago. Still feels weird, but glad to be here. Congrats on 250K. Thank you. Saw a classy man on the bus today in Ottawa with a nice Oilers lapel pin. Such hype. Swahili Santa. I want to thank you and the guys for getting me back into hockey, especially watching the AHL now. I needs the Blackhawks to suck for McKenna. I want to be greedy. By the way, there's always like a fail for nail, stuff like that. I think it should be lose again for McKenna. That's what I think it should be. No, there's no Gavin. No win having for Gavin. No, lose again for McKenna. That's better. Randy. Hey, Steve, just launched my YouTube channel today. Can you give it a shout out? Been a long-time supporter of the channel. Check out Randy. Corey Perry with the cup behind him is diabolical work. Devious, even. Kyle, beard is on point, sir. Av signing video on point too. I don't know how long I'm going to keep this. I'm going to get a haircut where the beard, there's a fade here. There's almost like a bald patch. Not totally bald, but it's a fade here. And I want to see how it looks. If it looks good, I might keep that for a little while. If it looks stupid, I'm going to shave. Would you rather see Perry re-sign with Edmonton or Anaheim? Oh. Tough one. I mean, the Ducks bought him out. I'm going to say Edmonton, especially if they don't win this year. Since this is the 8th game in the 14-game series. Wait, what? When do we get the first fight and who is in it? Huge. We want the cup chance in Edmonton. Bennett versus Nuge. Give me it. I live in Texas and need a good ECHL or WHL team. Suggestions? WHL, I mean, can't go wrong with Medicine Hat. And they'll probably have McKenna next season if he doesn't go to college. ECHL, the Leafs won. Cincinnati. Goofy Goober, congrats on 250K subs, Steve. Thank you. Would you rather have 2 million YouTube subs now or a guaranteed Leafs Cup next season? Leafs Cup. Easy. Patrice Tremblay, we tanking for Gavin or lose again for McKenna? We tanking for Gavin, so shoehorned. Lose again for McKenna. Is Steve getting a switch too? No, Gavin McKenna, as far as I know, is not Italian. It's just funnier. Lose again for McKenna. When was the last time a coach went back-to-back final appearances in their first 2 seasons? Has it happened? If I'm not mistaken, no. Paul Maurice is 3 straight appearances in the Cup final in his first 3 seasons with the Panthers. And I think the answer is it's him and Scotty Bowman, and that's it. If I'm not mistaken. Why does the broadcast audio always sound doubled? It's not coming through on the feed, is it? Okay, good. I don't know. Loud, oh Canada. Wow. Every single person in the building is singing it. Instead of a heart monitor, may I suggest a dB meter? Oh, a decibel meter? I can get behind that. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Stetson623, solve a family riddle. Legend has it you cannot touch the cup till you win the cup. But what if your child wins the cup? Are you, as the father, permitted to touch Stanley's vessel? I think that's only a problem if you're a player. Like, okay, I know, for example, of stories of players in the NHL winning the Stanley Cup. They invite their buddies to the cup party. Their buddies are players in the NHL on another team, and their buddies drink from the cup. Sacrilege. Like, I think that's absolute, complete sacrilege. Ban them from the league. But if your kid wins it, come on. Come on. I think that's different. Substance 1718, congrats on 250. Thank you, Ricky. Hey, Steve, enjoying some Hawkins? Please enjoy some gifting. Cheers from BC. Well, thank you, Mr. Haywood. Edmonton has got this. Alberta is a rat-free province. Love that. Give in for Gavin. That kind of works. Haywood with 5 SDPN memberships. I meant the broadcast, not the stream. It's especially noticeable with music. Okay. Didn't notice that. First period, exclamation mark. Send tweet. They are about to drop the puck in Edmonton. It is Florida. It is Edmonton once again for Lord Stanley's Cup. Edmonton wins the opening faceoff and Ekholm blasts it down the ice. Corey Perry with it. Corey Perry fires it and it goes wide. Sam Reinhart plays it up to Evan Rodriguez. Dangles through some feet. And the Oilers flick it out, kick it back into their own end. That was McDavid. Skinner plays it back to Bouchard, who's stolen from Reinhart with it. To Mikkola at the point on. That is kicked wide. Not a great opening shift for the Oilers so far. Panthers again on the forecheck, which we know will be relentless. Barkov nearly a breakaway, and there's a high stick there. Not the penalty kind. Let's get Steve to Edmonton to sing "Oh Canada." If you want to see someone get booed louder than anyone's ever been booed, yes, make that happen. Kyle, when did you get the community leaderboard? My competitive side is telling me I may need to be in first, which is my absolute goal tonight. This is literally, I found out tonight when I saw a purple thing. Drew told me live on stream. Patrice Tremblay, standing in my living room, screaming the national anthem with my hand on my heart. Oh, Canada. Yes, indeed. Face off inside the Oilers zone. It's Evander Kane against Carter Verhaeghe. Kane wins it. And the Oilers, led by Kapanen, narrowly get it out of the zone. Down the ice. Draisaitl's going to beat out this icing. Oh, he's hitting to the boards hard. In comes Kapanen, who is filling a void that was left by Hyman. A chance in front, and it's in! Leon Draisaitl early! And we'll find out soon if it's often. 1:06 into the Stanley Cup final. Leon Draisaitl on the rebound makes it 1-0 Oilers in Edmonton. Wow, wow, wow. Let's see how this transpires. Draisaitl hard on Forsling, Forsling hard on him. He stays in it. Kapanen helps out. Fired on by Wallman. Shot not handled by Bob. Kapanen gets a shot. Kane fans on it, but Draisaitl makes no mistake. 1-0 Oilers. Before the Panthers even get their first shot. Panthers in front. Whoa! Covered up by Stuart Skinner. Chance of Stu raining down at Ed Money. When will Bennett help out his good friend Stu by testing the integrity of his helmet? Second period. JGD sent 5 SDPN gift memberships. Thank you. I can't see you getting booed, Steve. Okay. And Logan Berube gifted 10 SDPN memberships. Thank you. Ya beauty. Berube the beauty. You want to hear a psychotic stat? That's Draisaitl's 8th of the playoffs. That puts him one ahead of Corey Perry. Panthers cycling and around shot. That one ends up just wide. Oh, Lundell stopped by Stuart Skinner. By the way, that is Kasperi Kapanen with his first assist of the playoffs on that Draisaitl goal. Go up and look at the amount of hits Kapanen has. You won't believe it. Draisaitl ties McDavid for points. I'm sure we're going to say that 40 times throughout this series. Kapanen has played 7 games. He has 34 hits. He's getting about 5 hits a night, replacing a hole left by Zach Hyman. That is definitely not the same thing he did in Toronto, Drew. God, I wish it was. If it was, he'd still be there, honestly. Boquist behind the Oilers' net. Oilers into the neutral zone. It's Draisaitl again with Kapanen and Kane. Kapanen fires it behind the net. Oilers have to abandon ship. Nosek. Mikkola fires it into the Oilers' zone. Ends up behind the Oilers' net. Congratulations on 250K subs. That's some awesome stuff. Thanks for the streams and fun content always with SDPN. Thank you. It is going to be extremely difficult to keep up with all these super chats tonight. Just bought a bag of Hawkins cheesies. The Oilers barn is blowing up. Did the Pens head coach news break during the pod today? We didn't record a pod today. We're going to record one tomorrow and on Friday. What's happening? There's Kapanen. Steven and LFR years ago. If you know, you know. Did I? Good for me. That's clever. 7:15 to go in the first period. Chipped in by Arvidsson, who is interfered with big time. Are they going to call it? I don't think so. A little bit of jousting after the whistle. Beast mode Skinner engaged. Uh-oh. Final score prediction for tonight. 1-0 Edmonton. Give me 4-2 Oilers. McDavid versus Lundell. Never mind. McDavid is kicked out. Nuge versus Lundell in the Panthers zone. Lundell comes up with that. Oilers stifle the exit. And Skinner, I think that might have been icing, but he decided, no, I don't feel like it. McDavid being chased by Marchand. Oilers into the neutral zone. Perry chasing after it against Mikkola. McDavid can't get it off Mikkola. Panthers out to center ice. It's the Stanley Cup final. Only murder is getting called, says Indeed Magic. But it's game 1. First 2-3 games they call a lot. Usually. Oilers. Pass picked off. Panthers on their heels a little bit here. Kulak. Nurse chips it in, and that is icing. 16:15 to go in the first. Oh, I should have picked Trent Frederick as a fight candidate. So in NHL Fantasy Stars, I have Luosterainen on right wing, and I upgraded him, and I have Kapanen on right wing, and I upgraded him. I opted to keep Kapanen in the lineup. So I got points on that assist. I almost switched. Kapanen's been legitimately great. Like, in his role, this guy was almost out of the league. He wasn't in the Oilers lineup to start the playoffs. He's on the second line. He's Draisaitl's winger. Kapanen has been a winger for Matthews, Malkin, Draisaitl. I think briefly McDavid, maybe briefly Tavares, maybe briefly Braden Shen. Now I'm just guessing, but like the ones I'm able to say for certain are Matthews, Malkin, Shot! That was Kapanen, stopped by Bobrovsky. Whoa! Evander Kane levels Aaron Ekblad, and here comes the patented Ekblad forearm. No call. Forsling being hounded by who else? Kapanen lays the body. I'm telling you, keep an eye on 42. He's a torpedo out there. Bouchard. And here comes Janmark. Picked off by the Panthers. The building is absolutely raucous. Battle for it behind the net. Podkolzin loses his footing. Panthers look like they're going to get out here. They do. Not much in the way of scoring chances, though. Bouchard, he's picked off. Oh, boy. Bennett with a clear lane. Shoots, stopped by Skinner. Good back check there from McDavid, and the Oilers ice it. 14-23 to go in the first period. Oh, please show a replay of that friggin' hit. Whoa! Oh, man. Evander Kane gets Aaron Ekblad about as good as Aaron Ekblad has ever been got. Oilers were in the middle of a line change, giveaway from Bouchard. Bennett can only get a weak shot off thanks to the back check of McDavid. Bennett and McDavid were teammates when they were 7 years old. 7. Playing in Newmarket. Bennett, offensive zone draw, and he wins it back to Niko Mikkola. On through traffic. Where'd it go? It's at the other point. Shot on. It's in the corner. It's out. This is probably going to be icing again. 14:09 to go in the first. SLS, said it in one of your streams, and it's still true. Leon's 100% the second best player in the NHL. Then it's either McKinnon or Makar, followed by Cooch, then Matthews, coming from a Leafs fan. I don't know if I said Draisaitl's 100% the second best. Drew says disagree. I mean, the league is so good. The odds that one team has both of the top two players is just so unlikely. And I don't know how you ever prove it until you put Connor McDavid on Nathan McKinnon's team as well. You know what I mean? You think Makar would be the second overall pick in a fantasy draft? So who's first? It's obviously McDavid, then Makar. I mean, there's the best forward. Then you can go best goalie, best winger, best defenseman. Best goalie, well, year in and year out, who the hell knows? And also they don't play every night. So you go best D, I think. And speaking of best forward, here's McDavid. Runs into some traffic. Forsling gets it out. Can he get it to a friendly stick? He does. Reinhart cycles it. Another Florida body hits the ice. It's Edmonton leading the way physically to start this game. McDavid through the neutral zone. Again picked off by Forsling. Oh, and a high stick from Corey Perry is going to be a penalty. Bit careless. Does that make contact? You think he hit both guys? I'm not sure he hit either guy. Maybe it was double whammy. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. Toranier, welcome to SDP VIP. Oilers go up 2-0 in this game. Cats come back to force OT. McDavid triple deeks Bob on a breakaway and scores the game winner. Superintendent Chalmers says, Skinner! Hey, Steve, unrelated to the game, but I've been watching some warehouse games today, and I was wondering if you'll be going back for another floorball season or something. So we talked about it recently, and I took a long time getting back to them. So I was invited to floorball. We won the championship. me and McFlurry Power in 2023. And I've been thinking about it ever since, and I badly want to go and I badly want to play again. And this year it didn't make sense. I during the fall, the book tour I was on like every weekend for like a few months, and include into that a trip to Halifax. Then in March, I go to San Jose for a month. I don't get a ton of time off. We record the floorball season in August. I'm going to spend August with my family. That's what I'm going to be doing. Being a dad. MKI Sports, spending my birthday eating pasta and watching y'all. I mean, what else do you need? Lioness Makes. I hate the Oilers like I hate LA and Vegas, but I hope they absolutely wreck the Panthers in 4. Wow. People do not like the Panthers, and they will not like that the Panthers are heading to the power play. The first power play of the 2025 Stanley Cup Final. Barkov, with the help of Ekblad, wins that faceoff. Reinhart to Ekblad. That's just wide. Seth Jones accidentally clears the zone of his own accord. Panthers with a 2-defenseman power play. Whoa! Janmark went after Tkachuk there. Tkachuk. Shot! Stopped by Skinner. Seth Jones. Reinhart. Ekblad, that is into the corner. Tkachuk after it. And the Oilers clear. Not quite all the way down the ice, but good enough. Jones. Barkov to the neutral zone. He's chased back by McDavid. This is an all-world battle here. 1:05 to go in this power play. Panthers changing. Here they come through the neutral zone. They gain the zone. Reinhart picked off, and it's cleared. Bob better than it to play it. 55 seconds to go in the power play. That was a great penalty kill from McDavid. Bennett through the neutral zone. Hands it off to Rodriguez, back to Bennett. Bennett cutting through everybody. Bennett! Wide of the net. Schmidt. Over. Shot! Through traffic is blocked and cleared once again. 35 seconds to go on this Panthers power play. 11:35 to go in the first. Bennett over to Marchand, out of his reach. Bennett can't hold the zone. And here's McDavid. It's a 2-on-1. He's got Kapanen. Can't get the puck to him. Takes his own shot. Wide. Panthers. Did he hit the post? I couldn't. I got to crank my headphones then. The clock winds down, and the Oilers kill it off. They probably had the best scoring chance of the whole thing. Draisaitl tries the one-man army thing. Doesn't work. Oilers lay in the body again in the neutral zone. Panthers. Hand it off. A shot. Skinner. There's a rebound in front. Lusterinen can't corral it. Lindell is, oh boy, he had a stick slashed out of his hand, but no call. The ref trying to communicate something to him. Went like this. Gadjevich hard after it. Noshik hard after it. Panthers fourth line going to work. It's not the heaviest version of the fourth line, though. It is Gadjevich, Nosek, who was a nightmare in the Leaf series, and Jesper Boquist. Nurse with it behind his own net. Up the ice, out of reach of everybody. And this will be icing against the Oilers. 10:01 to go in the first period. J Money, best players in the NHL, unbiased. You're going to say Mitchkov for sure, because you're a Flyers fan. Number 1, McDavid. Number 2, Konechny. Number 3, Draisaitl. 4, Kucherov. 5, Matthews. And 0 Avalanche players in the top 10. McDavid off the crossbar. Oh, my God. Oh, offensive zone draw. Reinhart shoots it. Nothing doing. Arvidsson chips it in, goes for a change. Not enough likes, by the way. 3,300 people in this chat, 724 likes. That is garbage. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. It takes a second, it's free, and it helps out this channel a whole big bunch. Oh, we like SDPN. Prove it! Click like. Panthers through the neutral zone. Verhaeghe gets around one Oiler, but there's three of them. Kachuk holds the zone. Verhaeghe spins, doesn't fire. He fans on it. Bennett and Wallman holding on to each other. Verhaeghe scores! Sam Bennett might get the goal, but the Panthers tie it with chaos in front. Sam Bennett in the middle of it all, as he so often is. Let's see what happens. Wallman and Bennett battling. And Bennett falls into Skinner, as he is prone to do the Oilers' challenges for goalie interference. He falls of his own accord. Wallman doesn't push him. That's nonsense. Knobloch is challenging, and I think it's the right call. I think this comes back. And that's not, they're challenging it for goaltender interference. It is. So what counts as being bumped into him? That's a great question, Drew. So who are the refs? Well, I guess that doesn't matter. So Bennett, he's battling with Wallman, battling. No, he reefs back. He got tripped. Let's see. Oh, you might have a point. He trips over, it wasn't Wallman. He trips over Brett Kulak's feet. And this is a quick review. Wow, they lose the review, and now Panthers go to the power play. Oh, boy. So I was focused on the battle with Wallman, and it looks like he pulls back on Wallman's stick to do like a little oopsie daisy. But he legitimately trips over Brett Kulak. But legitimately, there's Sam Bennett once again making contact with a goalie, and it's fine. It's an art form. Corey Perry was once the king of it. And boos rain down in Edmonton. It is a tied game. And now the Panthers go back to the power play. Oilers had a great kill the last time, and they get it out this time. Zach C01, Kings moment. Okay. Ref, you suck chance. F Sam Bennett, love you, Steve. Oh, I like both those statements. I've never seen a player so good that I hated so much I wouldn't take him on my team. I don't want him. He sucks. He's great, but he sucks. McDavid. Drew says you're so full of it. Yeah. And guess what? I hope he injures everybody. Everybody. And I hope it gets called as many times as it did when he was a Panther. Here comes McDavid. Turns back. He's just wasting time. A minute to go in this power play. Nurse rushes it in up the right. Flings it in to Bob. Tries to get a whistle. He wanted one. They won't give it to him. Giggling Cat. Woo! The Cats fan. Or Cat the Cats fan. Beers for Steve and Adam, who said he'd be here. Speaking of, I said Sam Bennett, potential Conn Smythe candidate. There's his 11th. That's why Bennett gets paid the big bucks, I guess. Well, he doesn't get the big bucks. Bennett. Oh, almost cleared, but not quite. It's at the point. Schmidt on. Shot at the side of the net. And the Panthers take the lead. Brad Marchand. Silence in Edmonton. What a turn of events. The Oilers have a 1-0 lead. The Panthers score. They review it for goalie interference. Fastest review ever. Shut up, it's a goal, and you're on the penalty kill. On the power play, Panthers' second unit goes to work. Schmidt, intentional fake shot pass to Marchand, and Marchand buries the wide open net because Skinner can't get there in time. It is 1 goal lead for Florida, a 2-1 lead for Florida with 7:30 to go in the first. And now Edmonton will go to the power play. This period has everything. McDavid got interfered with pretty clearly. And now it's Edmonton going to the power play, and me thinks it might be 2-2 in short order. No one hits a goalie more legally than Bennett. They should make an award for it. Oh, and it's Lundell, I think, going off. That's a big loss for Florida. Should Skinner give Bennett the Binnington special? I think everyone should give Bennett the Binnington special. Connor McDavid next goal, says Brad DeCare. I'm feeling Bushbaum. Wake up, Edmonton. Oh, they're gonna. Hey. Give me some money. I'm asking for it. No, not super chats. No, not gift memberships. I'm not asking for any of that. SDPN will be participating in the Get Real virtual 5K fundraiser to support Rainbow Railroad. Your donations and efforts to fundraise will help us reach more schools and students to share this education and tools so that kids in the 2S LGBTQ plus community will feel less alone and safer in their school. Your donations will equally help the Rainbow Railroad evacuate more queer individuals fleeing dangerous environments around the globe to find safety. On Friday, June 27th, we encourage you to go out and run, walk, or ride on anything that has wheels, bikes, skateboards, scooters, or rollerblades or skates. You could even push a stroller. Get creative and keep it accessible to you. You cannot you can connect with other participants around the world by sharing a photo of yourself with the hashtag GetReal5K, hashtag Rainbow Road 5K, and great posts may be shared by Get Real on social media. Link for all that in the description. Oilers power play. Is Corey Perry immediately going to the box? He is, for the second time this period. This is Corey Perry's third trip to the box this period. 2 for his own penalties and 1 because he served the other one. He tripped Sam Reinhart between Reinhart's legs. And now it's 4-on-4. That took 6 seconds. Puck goes all the way back down to the Edmonton zone for a faceoff. So it's Bouchard out there with Ekholm, Draisaitl, who was definitely just interfered with, and McDavid. And Draisaitl was interfered with again. And they're going to call it. So now the Oilers trying to play keep away, but Florida gets it. Drew, or no, it wasn't you. It was someone in the chat. What was that? About it's the cup final? No. It's not prison rules until at least game 4. That's a ridiculous penalty for Aaron Ekblad to take. That's a ridiculous penalty for Ekblad to take. Who's the backup for Edmonton? Is Pickard healthy? I think it's Pickard. Joe Perez, thank you. Giggling Cat, let's go. I love the stream. We win when I buy y'all beers per goal. 4-on-3 for the Oilers power play is a pretty good trade. Thomas Pironi, here's the money, Steve. Please let my family go. What the? This feels like Four Nations 2.0. It's got to live up to that. Barkov versus McDavid. Ref didn't like that faceoff. They're going to do it again. This is a minute 36 of 4-on-3 for the Oilers. It is McDavid. It is Draisaitl. It is, I believe that's Nugent Hopkins and Bouchard. McDavid wins it back to Bouchard. Draisaitl, Bouchard. Nuge, net front. Oh, stop by Bob. Draisaitl. Waiting for Bouchard to move a little bit. To McDavid. Curls, minute 15 to go in this 4-on-3. Bouchard. Oh! Tried to find Nuge, couldn't do it. McDavid. Can't find Draisaitl. He takes it himself. To Bouchard. Shot! Stop by Bob. They can't get it across. Is that out of play? It is. 55 seconds to go in this 4-on-3 power play for the Oilers. This is going to be like insane at the end of this power play if the Oilers don't score. Because then Florida's going to get a guy back, and then I think 6 seconds later, the Oilers get a guy back. .6:15 to go in the first. Face-off one back to Bouchard. Fake the bomb. McDavid. Curls back. McDavid. On! Wide. Draisaitl. Nuge. Oh, nice pass to Draisaitl. It's McDavid at the point. McDavid to Draisaitl! He fires that wide. 30 seconds to go. Bouchard. Oh, almost picked off. There's McDavid. Bouchard. Draisaitl. McDavid. 15 seconds. McDavid. Draisaitl. McDavid behind the net. Panthers doing a great job here. Bouchard. That's fired high. Draisaitl on the rebound is robbed. He still has it. Penalty coming to an end. McDavid. Oh, he had Nuge. McDavid. Nuge. Or Draisaitl. In front. Stopped by Bob. Now it's a 15-second 5-on-4 Oilers power play. Bouchard with it behind his net. Here come the Oilers. Streaking in. Power play's done, but they are not. That shot is blocked. Big hit. Shots are 11-5 in favor of the Oilers. Score is 2-1 in favor of the Panthers. 4:40 to go in the first period here. Bennett. Here he comes. Mikkola. Shot. Oh, hits the glove of Skinner. Evander Kane. Finds Podkolzin. Flung around. Klingberg can't hold the zone. Verhaeghe. Deep against Wallman. Oh, Arvidsson is run over. Verhaeghe. Klingberg. Arvidsson. Chased by Tkachuk. Klingberg struggling to get out of his own end here. Gets it to Arvidsson. Cross ice. Clear lane. Janmark stopped by Arvidsson. Stopped by Bob. And the Panthers absolutely mob Janmark after the whistle. Joe Perez. Hockey is for everyone. I agree. We are going to get a commercial break here. Shoo. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. Corey Capella. As a fan who lost 2 teams from my city, so neutral, pulled for Florida last year to get their first. This year pulling for McDavid to get his first. Best player in the game deserves it. Listen. A lot of people are just never going to think that way, and that's okay. When Crosby won his first cup, it felt right. right. It felt right. When Ovi won his first cup, like, that was a dream Stanley Cup final when you think about it. It's either the story of Vegas winning in their first year, or it's Ovi getting his first cup, and it ends with Ovi getting his first cup. And now we don't have to talk about, oh, the greatest goal scorer of all time doesn't have a cup. Think of how exhausting that conversation would be. You know, your uncle would be like, he doesn't even belong in the Hall of Fame. And when McDavid gets his first cup, it'll feel right. It is very rare that a player who, like, I'm not talking about the Hart Trophy. I'm talking about a player who, year in and year out, is in the conversation for best player on earth. It is very rare for that player to not win at least one. Like, think back the last 50 years of some of the guys who have ever been called the greatest. Lemieux, Gretzky, Yager over a period. Crosby, obviously. Ovi, depending on who you ask. Oilers in the O-zone. They're owning the Panthers in the shot department, but Panthers win in the one department that matters. Kulak. Frederick is blocked. In the slot. Rebound. Bob doesn't know where it is. It's at the side of the net. Ooh, big hit was just missed. Oilers hold the zone somehow. Henrique finds Frederick. Panthers clear it. Thoughts on Nurse to Vancouver? I don't think either team wants that. Perry, you know he's paranoid. Bouchard, rebound, in front! Stopped by Bob, who has been so sharp to start this game. 3:03 to go in the first. Steve Stangle, I say the Oilers put in the undefeated goalie. I am a Pickard truther. Yo, if the Panthers go up 2-0, that's going to be a fascinating conversation. Pickard is, what is he, 6-0? He hasn't lost. Like, I know Skinner's been so good, but the other guy has not lost. James David Atkinson. Hi, Steve. Hello. I just want to say thanks for everything SDPN has been doing. Let's just say you've been a very welcome escape recently. Love you, buddy. I love you. Oh, Sarah Nurse signed with PWHL Vancouver. Man, I was really confused. Oilers put it on. They're stopped. What? Oh, that's brand news to me. Damn. That means PWHL Toronto lost her, and I hate that. And by PWHL Toronto, I mean the Scepters. You're screwing me up because the Vancouver team doesn't have a name. Bob covers it again. The Oilers have triple the shots of the Panthers. 15. No, never mind. They just upgraded it 16-5. Panthers are winning 2-1. I don't. No, yeah. I think it was the Oilers' third shot they scored on. Not totally sure. Offensive zone possession, 4 minutes and 3 seconds for the Oilers, 3 minutes and 9 seconds for the Panthers. Which, after one period, is actually... Yeah. The review that gave the Panthers a power play is the difference in this game. If they... Oh, man. I mean, listen, it was a poor decision from Knobloch. I thought it was clearly interference until you see one replay where it very, very clearly isn't. If they had a little bit more time, if they maybe took a timeout to review it themselves, I think that might have been worthwhile for them. Panthers high stick, so we'll get a face-off. 2:21 to go in the first period. Sedin Magic 15 says, Sarah Nurse, hell yeah. Don't friggin' rub it in. What are they chanting? Oh, Sergey. I don't think that's going to work. I appreciate the effort. Behind the net for Stuart Skinner. Up the boards, held at the point. Oh, painful block for Jake Wallman, who is stung and stung bad and struggling to get to the Oilers bench. Oh, no. Draisaitl, great stick lift. Kachuk taking off his stick. Nurse, or rather Kulak, sorry, kicks it to Klingberg. Kapanen through the neutral zone. That hit Wallman in the wrist. Has he gone down the tunnel? Usually we get a graphic if he has. Doesn't sound like he has. 1:35 to go in the first period. 1:30 to go in the first period. Panthers with it behind their own net. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Panthers forechecking like crazy. Oilers slips their possession. Arvidsson after it. Noshik. They call that no icing. Gadjevich in a battle with Nurse. Those are two big dudes going at it. Podkolzin. Up the ice. Is that icing? It is not. Schmidt gets it back up the ice. That'll be icing. 48.8 seconds to go in the first period. Wallman is on the bench still, and I am shocked because, oh boy, he was not looking comfortable at all. Did that hit the inside of his wrist? Ah. Yeah, he went like this. Like, that's pure instinct. Man. 45 blocks in the 2025 playoffs, 2 tonight for Jake Wallman. He has been a very welcome addition from the trade deadline, picked up from the San Jose Sharks. Thank you, Stevie Y, for no good reason, as far as we know. Panthers go to work in their own end. Schmidt gained center. I don't think he gained center, and the Oilers didn't either, but no call. Ekholm, Bouchard, 25 seconds to go. Draisaitl. Oh, McDavid, and they call that offside. 19.8 to go in the first. Yanni Havisto, welcome to SDP VIP. In the regular season, that review would lead to no goal every time, and now all of a sudden it's a good goal. Gary made the call. I strongly disagree. Nicholas Constantinople. No. Constantinidis. Did I do it? Isles fan here, just showing some support for all the amazing videos and podcast. Looking forward to the rest of the series and draft ahead. Thank you, Nicholas. Barkov. Oh, no high stick there for high stick and Nuge. 5 seconds to go in the first. It's behind the Oilers' net. And the clock. Whoop, they get one more shot off. Clock winds down. And that'll do it for the first period. The Oilers, with the lion's share of the shots, but Florida with the Panthers' share of the goals. Hey, no, bars. That was very good. That was very good. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final between Edmonton and Florida. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. Drew, you know what I'm ready to do? You know what I'm so ready to do? Go to the net! I'm ready. We're going to play a little game on the Spark app. Yep, I'm good. Oh, I'm good. We're going to play a little game on the Spark app. That's where we do trivia at second intermission. We're not doing that right now. They have another game. There it is with my face and neck. Look at that. It's called Go to the Net. Let's play. Oh, you got to log in. You stink. Here, just put me full screen. It's fine. There you go. Drew's got to log in. That's all right. That's all right. You ready? Okay, let's go. No, you're not. There you go. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. Are you ready? There you go. Okay. Okay, so our categories are 60 plus assists this year, team captains this year, and Norris Trophy winner. Oh baby. Let's do 60 plus assists this season. Norris Trophy winner. Let's go here. Click the middle. I'm going to start by going to the net. Quinn Hughes. There you go. That's a weird strategy. Norris Trophy winner and team captain. Can you click the middle there? No. Bottom. Does Hedman have a Norris? I'm going to go Hedman. Yeah, it's Makar has got to be, so 60 plus assists and Norris Trophy winner. So click that. That's got to be Makar. Yeah. Oh, it could be Carlson. But did he have 60 plus assists this year? I don't think so. So let's click 60 plus assists. Pasta. I don't even know if that's correct. Click team captains and 60 plus assists. Yep. There you go. McDavid. And then team captains got to be Mark Stone. And then Norris Trophy winner. Yeah, got to be Carlson. Yep, submit. Let's see if I got them all right. Did I get them all right? 7 out of 7. Way! Let's go. That only took 2 minutes and 6 seconds. Today's average is quicker than that, but they weren't barking orders at Drew, were they? It's hard. It's hard to do a speed run when I'm like, do this. Do that. We sound like friggin' boomers on Facebook. Drew, this is Carol, class of 1964. Can you please? Sorry, there's this. You like my starting from the middle strategy? Drew, how do you get goals? Go to the net! That's what you do. Yanni Havisto, thank you for one SDPN membership. Steve, who wins in a best of 7, 2021 Tampa Bay Lightning or 2024 Florida? Oh. I think people are forgetting how cracked the Lightning were because now they're kind of butt. I'm going to go with Tampa. They were cracked. They were absolutely silly. As a Blackhawks fan for over 26 years, been watching them through the good and the bad, like you with the Leafs. But you think the core 7 the Hawks had should have been replicated by more teams in the NHL. Well, they had 2 illegal contracts. Hossa and Duncan Keith were on contracts that were longer than 8 years, but they were allowed because they were signed before they made them illegal. They were the only team, if I'm recalling correctly, who had 2. Well, how are you supposed to replicate that? Duncan Keith never had a cap hit of like more than, what was it, 5.5? Duncan Keith. Marian Hossa. You're talking about a perennial Norris conversation player and a perennial Selke conversation player for way less than they should have been making on contracts that were so OP that the league made them illegal. Kind of hard to replicate that. Maybe the cat is only playing well because they're not home. No pressure on the road, right? Let's throw to a break because we're running out of time here. Drew, what is our clip? So we're doing a CJ show clip. CJ show, there is so much garbage on the internet right now, and on the radio and on TV. There is so much garbage about what is going on in the NHL. CJ show, CJ show, CJ show. What do I listen to? CJ show. Who's going to tell me what's going on? CJ show. Who's going to lead me in the right direction? CJ show. Who's going to be the best after stuff happens as well? CJ show, CJ show, CJ show. Here he is talking about where Mitch Marner might end up and Lane Hudson. You're going to want to hear this.
Let me ask about another conference finalist and what could be next for them. Carolina. Florida made quick work of them in a gentlemanly sweep. What's next for them and the composition of their team? And Eric Tulsky, we saw his tweets from a couple days ago just thanking fans for the year that was. But they need to find a way to get over the hump too.
They do, but I'd say I'd be pretty excited as a Hurricanes fan because that organization, more than most others that have been a top team, like they're not afraid of change, right? Like they let a lot of players walk away as free agents last summer rather than, perhaps pay them at a level they weren't comfortable with for whatever reason. The whole Mikko Rantanen thing, like I think some people were using it to dunk on the Hurricanes at times during the year. I never understood that. I mean, to me, it's like they went all in on a guy. They didn't get him to sign but they at least had that exclusive window to try to do so. And then they flipped him and did really well on the accompanying trade. Like, I don't see how that, like, to me, I don't see how that's an example of like more and more teams should be operating that way. It's almost like they're thinking 2 or 3 moves down the road instead of just like what's directly in front of you. So I think the Hurricanes are going to have a bold offseason. They do have cap space, different circumstances than what the Stars face. And would not surprise me in the least when we start talking about the Mitch Marner situation with a little more urgency as we get closer to July 1st, if they're a team that's in on Marner. I do think that they feel that they'd like to have more of a superstar presence in that lineup. That's what Rantanen represented for them in the 6 weeks they had him on the roster. I know it didn't go great in that 6 weeks period. It was kind of a strange time, the Four Nations break. But, that was the ethos behind the decision. And, I think that they're going to go out and try to, in any way they can do so, bring in that kind of force to their team. And that makes a whole lot of sense. We know they tried to trade for Marner, for example, already once. He blocked the move at the time, or he didn't consent to waiving his no movement clause. But I think it's a totally different proposition in free agency, depending on where the numbers get to, too, right? I mean, to me, one of the interesting things about the Marner situation is, some of the we'll call them more obvious teams that tend to attract free agents. I don't think that those teams are going to be as incentivized to go financially where some other teams might for Mitch Marner. And so perhaps a team like Carolina, maybe it's Chicago. I'm not sure if Utah is going to get involved there, but maybe if Utah wants to step up, like they might be able to take the numbers to a different level for Marner and give him something to think about. And, my understanding of how Marner is viewing this is he and his camp, they want to see what's out there. Like, I think that I don't think that there's a whole lot of like automatic no's, in terms of like where their thinking's at. I think that they want to approach this with open minds and see what's possible. And so, I don't mean to say that it's only Mitch Marner or bust for the Hurricanes. I just think that any top quality player that's available in any way, shape, or form, Marner's the one in free agency that's pretty apparent. But, we'll see what the trade market yields. I think Carolina will be knocking on all those doors and considering those options. And, as I say, I think they're a pretty fearless front office. And, Eric Tulsky's made no secret of the fact that just because maybe the Rantanen thing didn't turn out exactly as he might have hoped back in January, it's not going to dissuade him from taking big cuts in the batter's box. And so when we talk about interesting teams this offseason, I think Carolina has to be pretty high on any list of organizations we might rank in that regard.
As we transition into Ask CJ, as we're talking about Mitch Marner and potential destinations for him, T.A. Neiman asks, has Chris heard anything out of Vegas? I know people keep talking about Marner, but there have to be major moves to fit him. Just curious if there are any movements coming with VGK.
I think the Marner Vegas talk is a little overblown. Look, you can never take Vegas out of any major sweepstakes because of the DNA of the franchise and the obviously the history of moves that we can point to. But when I look at this free agent class, I think it's more likely we see Vegas land a Sam Bennett than a Mitch Marner. I think that he's a little bit more up their alley, and he's not going to come cheap by any means. I think that you're looking at a different level of contract to get Bennett there. It's not to say that Vegas don't like Marner. I think, frankly, there's 32 teams in the league that like Mitch Marner in terms of they see what he can do on the ice. Affects you of both ends in terms of being a top defensive player, but also had 102 points this year. I mean, it's not a question of liking or not. It's how motivated are you going to be to stretch to make it happen. And right now the Golden Knights don't have a lot of cap space, which again hasn't worked against them in the past. I just think that somehow there seems to be this notion that they're like the favorites. I wouldn't call them the favorites to land Mitch Marner. It's probably almost a little too soon to be ranking the likelihood of any team, but I do think that the Golden Knights, if Sam Bennett gets to free agency, who's number 2 on the free agent board that's dropping on Tuesday at The Athletic, if anyone wants to check that out, I've compiled it over the weekend, but I think Vegas might be swinging harder for number 2 than number 1 if both of those players end up going free.
Stay tuned for CJ's insights on his free agent board on the next edition of the CJ Show. Next question from Talon Jenkins. Lane Hudson contract predictions.
Well, great story by Arpon Basu at The Athletic, our colleague, really diving into the various layers of this onion in terms of how it goes. Basically, for those who aren't up to speed on it, Hudson, while only playing one full season in the NHL this year, likely going to win the Calder Trophy for that season, was a historically high amount of points for a defenseman, I think top 3 all time in his first NHL season, is eligible to sign an extension a year out as of July 1st. And I think the question becomes what makes sense for the team, what makes sense for the player in this case. And we've seen the Canadians in the past with Juraj Slafkovsky, Caden Gooley as well, I believe, both signed their second NHL contracts with, basically a year before their entry-level deals expired. So we've seen the Canadians act quickly in the past to get ahead of this sort of thing. And, I believe Montreal will at least have those exploratory conversations with, Lane Hudson's agent ahead of time just to see if there's something that can be done. But this isn't maybe the time for any player to be overstretching in the sense of security is always going to be appealing, right? And so there might be a number where it makes sense for Hudson to sign this summer, and might be even a little bit less than what he could get if he waits. But, he wants to take, if he gets the Jake Sanderson contract, right? Something like 8 times 8, a little bit more than 8 million, but, ballpark 8 times 8, maybe that appeals to him. But, to me, there's no harm as a restricted free agent and playing out your second year, because if Lane Hudson has an offensive season like the one he just had, if he can replicate that, if he can get better in some areas, improve, whether it be his all-around play, maybe not have to start so many shifts in the offensive zone, which of course is the coach's discretion. But the reason the coach is doing that is, there's a certain methodology there. He could easily be a $10 million player on the next deal if that happens. Now, but there's risk. Maybe he has the sophomore slump kind of idea, right? Maybe he gets injured. I'm not trying to, but there's lots of things that when a player is sitting down and having these thoughts and conversations that you have to factor into it, right? There's certainly some degree of unpredictability out there. Look I'm talking about this like he's automatically signing a 7 or 8 year extension. I mean, there's also the option, which we've seen with Rasmus Dahlin, a whole bunch of other, really strong defensemen, Thomas Harley more recently in Dallas, signing a bridge deal that comes in much below these kind of numbers. And then, on his third contract is in a position to hit a hit a ball into the upper deck and then some. So, I think the good news of your Hudson is really it's about what he's comfortable with. But I'll say this, if he signs a long-term extension this summer, a year out, it's probably because he and his camp are willing to not stretch for every dollar, maybe just, again, wanting that security, wanting to remove the questions, wanting to put any some players like the carrot of a contract here, right? Like some people, I think, respond well to that. Other people, it almost debilitates them. It's just too much on their mind. Now, for Lane, this is the first time he's gone through this as a pro hockey player, so he might not even know which camp he falls in just yet. But, all of it, you put it all together, and I think there's not as much. I don't think this has to be a top priority for the Canadians this offseason, and I don't think it has to be for the player either. But you still have the talk just because maybe you're kind of both in the same ballpark and something can be done quickly and easily. And, on July 1st, that bit of business is done. And I mean, if it's a long-term deal, it could basically, he could sign away his 20s essentially at this point in time if he wanted to do an 8-year deal this summer. That's, and that's appealing to some guys because then they don't have to think about a contract ever again and they've got generational wealth coming their way.
Man, if only we could all be so lucky.
Well,
Jan Bulis.
I've never been as good at anything as Lane Hudson is at hockey, so.
The CJ Show. The CJ Show. Listen to it. It is on SDPN. It's right here on this YouTube channel. So, after 20, the Sport Logic stats are on Sportsnet. Greatly. You need me to turn the gain up? Is that better? Okay. Sorry. Mike has a mind of its own. The shots greatly favor Edmonton. The chances, it's actually a lot more even. And the Panthers lead 2-1 after 1. Who had the scarier chances in the first? I would say the Oilers, honestly. They had a 4-on-3 power play with Draisaitl, McDavid, Nuge, and Bush. Jake Wallman is on the bench for the Oilers, so it looks like he'll be playing. Wow. Shots are 14-7 for Edmonton after the intermission adjustment. Puck is dropped. Second period is underway. Fortuitous bounce is blocked by McDavid. Here comes Nuge through the neutral zone. Hands it off to Perry. Top line Corey Perry in the year of our Lord 2025. He is 40. McDavid spins off of Barkov. Collides with Mikkola. Oh, Nuge is in front. Can't get his hands on the rebound. I sound okay, everybody? My mic is, I think, maybe possessed. Oilers with it behind their own net. Draisaitl can't get around Ekblad. Clears the zone. But now here come the Panthers as they tag up Skinner. Plays it around Luostarinen. Nurse to Bouchard. Bouchard up the ice. Oilers are offside here. Cleared back down into their zone. A little bit of a tennis match to start the second period here. Oilers waiting for an opening. They don't find it. 4 Panthers converge on the puck. Matthew Tkachuk was calling for something. I don't know what. Chipped into the Panthers zone, and Henrique goes on the forecheck. Bennett is hit. Frederick taken down in the corner. Henrique around. Squirts into the middle of the ice for Hagee. To the Panthers, who are streaking in. They have a chance. It's Bennett who buries it. Sam Bennett, his second of the game. Exactly 2 minutes into the second period. Getting outshot 15-8. It is 3-1 Florida. Verhaeghe passes it, chip to Bennett, and a snipe. That was Nate Schmidt jumping up in the rush. He is having a good night for Florida, but not as good as Bennett, who 22 minutes into the game already has 2 goals. Conn Smythe candidate. His 3rd career 2-goal playoff game, according to the broadcast. I cannot believe this guy was a healthy scratch in Calgary. Cannot believe it. He's still 25-1 to win the Conn Smythe. Drew, have you dabbled? Have you sprinkled? You may or may not have. It's very elusive. Here come the Oilers. It was Verhaeghe and Schmidt with the assists. Perry! To the point shot! That is wide. And the Oilers got to go get it. Tyler Durden, maybe a 50-point player in the regular season, is worth $8+ million if he plays like this in the playoffs. Bennett's contract is going to be absolutely fascinating. Bush bomb! Deflection! Janmark, oh my gosh, rocks his own teammate. And here come the Panthers. 4-on-2. Oh, they screw it up majorly. They get it back. Rodriguez is taken down. Oilers on the counter. Podkolzin through the neutral zone. That is a quiet building. Arvidsson, that is a loud building. Blast it. Victor Arvidsson pulls the Oilers to within 1 early in the second. It is a 3-2 game in Edmonton. Shut up, Steve. No one's trying to hear it. What a bomb. Just cranks it. Podkolzin for Arvidsson, who just blasts it. I think Podkolzin had a bit of a screen on Bob. Oh, he certainly did. And that beats Bob under the glove. That is a great depth goal for the Oilers and a badly, badly needed one. Drew says Bob's got to stop that one. He was screened. Now here come the Panthers. There go the Oilers. My goodness. Arvidsson's second of the playoffs comes at a pretty good time. Podkolzin and Bouchard with the assists. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Nurse runs over Marchand. Here come the Panthers. 3-on-2. Seth Jones shoots. Stopped by Skinner. If he allows another one, do you pull him? Because, the Oilers are not playing bad here. Bobrovsky plays it. Mikkola got hit hard. Oilers are really targeting Mikkola. Draisaitl. Double teamed. Oilers lose the zone. Giggling Cat says, the Cats fan, still buying beers. Shout out to Cat. You'd kind of like a save there if you're Edmonton. You mean Florida? Oh, or on the Bennett one. I mean, 3 goals and 9 shots. You would kind of like get a save somewhere at some point. Oilers within the neutral zone. My phone is going hamster Huey in the gooey kablooey. Jake Wallman into the Panthers zone. He is hip checked by Kulikov. Jonah Gadjevich has gone to the Florida dressing room. This is a break for Verhaeghe in alone. Stick checked. Doesn't even get a shot off. I believe that was Connor Brown there. Frederick lays a hit behind the Panthers net. I fear Florida is sweeping the Oilers. Is this behind? Let me click. No, it's not. You actually made me refresh my page. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. This has been a fantastic start to the 2025 Stanley Cup Final. Nuge can't handle that in the neutral zone. Forsling up the ice. Is that icing? It sure is. 14-15 to go in the second period. Still, and it's 3-2 Florida. Let's see this Wallman hit. Oof. Hit by Kulikov right in the thigh. And Klingberg had a giveaway there. And the ref tripped him. I was getting there, Drew. No, you weren't. Yeah, I know. I had to burp, truth be told. Offensive zone draw for the Oilers. They lose it. It's Reinhart to Ekblad, who flips it out. This is the second series. Oilers. Wait, never mind. I'll finish that shot in a moment, or thought in a moment. Kapanen into the corner. Kane after it. Hunter, the mascot, is standing on the boards and blocking my view. Nurse to the other blue line shot. That is blocked. Draisaitl to Kapanen. To Draisaitl. Hit by Forsling. Ekblad. Ekblad through the neutral zone. Gains center and dumps it. Rung around. It's back in the Panthers' end. No icing. 13:15 to go in the second. Big hit. Here come the other. Oh, they had a wide open net. If they could just connect the pass, they can't. Marchand hits Klingberg. Klingberg gets it. He has to deal with Lindell. Oilers through the neutral zone as the Panthers change. This could be something. Wallman. Oh, can't get it to Pug Coles in there. Here come the Panthers with speed, and guess who it is? Sam Bennett again. They're saying it's onside. Sam Bennett must be real flexible. Squirts in front. Oilers get to it first, and they get it out. Thanks for streaming. It's fun to listen to. Thank you, Phoenix. Pretty sure the players back on the second Bennett goal were Brown and Henrique, both forwards, which is on brand for the Oilers. Icing against the Panthers. Where does Perry and Brad go in free agency? Perry's going to go where he has the best chance to win. Brad is going to go where he has the best chance to make so much money. You don't think Perry's going anywhere? I mean, I don't know. Back-to-back finals. I mean, you probably want to stop moving. Like, think of how many times him and his family have had to move. It's got to be exhausting. He is Canadian, but a lot of Canadians are like, screw that place, apparently. So, you never know. Oh, here come the Panthers. Whoa! Marchand ducks a hit from Bouchard. Yo, is Bouchard okay? Marchand is so good at avoiding hits. Ekblad around. Oh boy, Panthers have the Oilers a little bit here. McDavid and Barkov battling. Oilers do get it out. Hit away from McDavid. Panthers on the counterattack. Reinhart! Oh, that was a great move. Oilers breaking out of their own zone. It's Bouchard. Gains center, and it's stolen from him. Oh, geez, ref is knocked over. Kirk just walked it off against the Phillies. Let's go. Love to see it. Frederick. Kulak dumps it. Forsling hits Frederick behind the net. The Panthers defense is so smothering. Ekblad, like, look at him just working his guy down to the ice. Grinding. Panthers dump it. Skinner out of his net to play it. To Frederick. He's a little late in his shift there. Up the ice. That doesn't find an Oiler. It is icing. Not a great play from Trent. 10:21 to go in the second. It is a 3-2 Florida lead. 1-0 Edmonton. Then two quick ones from Florida make it 2-1. They open the second period to make it 3-1. It looks like they're going to run away with it. Victor Arvidsson gets it right back. And we're still not even at the halfway mark of regulation. Face off in the Oilers zone. Some tired legs out there. Bennett versus Henrique. Henrique wins it clean. Down the ice. And that's icing again against the Oilers. 10-12 to go in the second. Having a fun stream, Steve. Thank you for the streams. Allows me to hear the game while working away. Thank you, SDPN, for all the games. Thank you. Bubble Butt says, Steve, I was walking in the Mojave Desert the other day, and a dude was listening to SDPN. I love that. Fired wide of the Oilers net. That's a crazy story from Bubble Butt. Thank you. Also, Bubble Butt, I found Adam's burner. Dumped into the Florida zone. That won't be icing. 9:50 to go in the second. We are finally over halfway through regulation here. Panthers are catching up in shots. It's now 16-12. Stuart Skinner knocked to the ice. Is that what I saw? I was just off camera. No call. Kachuk to Ekblad, who dumps it. I think Stuart Skinner's hot. He's upset. Kapanen. Yeah, Panthers trying to make him think. A little out of the reach of Draisaitl, who goes right after Forsling. Shot from Wallman. It lands in front of the net. Panthers handle it. Will the Kraken win the Stanley Cup in the next 5 years? Oh, Panthers! Oh, that came out of nowhere. Barkov to the point. Schmidt blasts it. Rebound. What a stop from Skinner. Oh, Reinhart. How doesn't he bury that? Panthers and the Oilers on the ropes. And the Oilers are getting in front of everything. They get over the blue line. And they'll have to change. Here comes Reinhart once again, but a fresh Victor Arvidsson off the bench. Beats him to it. Oilers find Ekholm. Ekholm into the corner. Podkolzin cycles it. Finds Ekholm in front. That one goes high and wide. There was some net to shoot at, though. Kulikov avoids his man. Where is it? Ekholm gets it deep. Jones finds Rodriguez. Gains center, dumps it. Bouchard with it in his own zone, back to Ekholm. Panthers have now tied the Oilers. And shots! Oh! Ekblad flattens Corey Perry. Shots are 9-2 for the Panthers in this second period. So all things considered, it's actually amazing. The Oilers have one of the two goals here. Perry knocked to the ice by Ekblad again, who then, Eddie Guerrero frog splashes him. Perry tried to goad him into a penalty. It's not working. Trent Krim, the Independent, is Marner staying? No. Also, I love the premise of Trent Krim from the Independents. Love that. Ekblad flips that into the neutral zone. 7:07 to go in the second. Forsling. Panthers get it into the neutral zone. Ooh, elusive move. Nurse finds a man, picked off. Henrique gets it. To the point. Oh, into the slot! Wallman! Off the side of the net. Wallman now at the point with it. City TV everywhere. Wallman through traffic. Bob has to make a stop. Rebound. Frederick can't get enough on it. 6:30 to go in the second. Oh, this game is just awesome. Forsling. Down the ice. That's got to be icing on Florida. 6:18 to go in the second. Holy cow. Reminder. Oh, man. Who ran him over? Verhage. Reminder. Second intermission. We're going to be doing trivia. We will have prizes, including this SDPN jersey. Not the one I'm wearing. This one's mine. But you can have another one. Link in the description. The Spark app, ladies and gentlemen. Get into it. You don't need these streams to enjoy the Spark app. You can just do that on your own time. You can do that every day. Offensive zone draw for the Oilers. Kane swats at that. Luosterainen first on it. Oilers can't hold the zone. Oh, here comes Florida. Here comes Florida. They chip it in. Chip it in and forecheck the hell out of your opponent. Jones. In deep. Draisaitl with it. Draisaitl, what a move. Draisaitl to McDavid. Oh, shot! Stopped by Bob. That was Bouchard, and his stick broke. He gets a stick from the bench on account of Florida is coming in hot. They have it in the Oilers zone. Rodriguez to the point. Gets it back from Mikkola on. Stopped in the slot. Again! Blocked. Off the boards. Mikkola hard around. That finds Rodriguez. Hard around. Kachuk beats Ekholm there. Ho! Cleared just from the front of the net. That is cleared all the way down the ice. That's not going to be enough for icing. Bob has to come out of his net to play it. Bob, what a pass to Kachuk! Kachuk! Fans on the shot. Finds a man. Wide. Panthers. Kulikov. Again the Oilers reeling. Again the Oilers clear. Oilers on the counter. Janmark, the janitor, cleaning things up as always. Podkolzin hits Kulikov. Shot. That one wide. Hits a Panther. Hard around. Finds an Oiler. Perry. It's at the point now. Nurse. Makes a move. Tries to make a move on Kachuk. Didn't work. Perry lays into Kulikov. Oilers. Good poke check from Bob. Fans want a trip. They ain't getting it. Bennett in the neutral zone. Hands it off. Can't quite find Nate Schmidt. Man, that combination of dudes has been deadly. And here's Verhage. Shot. High. Who had the decibel meter idea? That was great. Forsling. That is deflected. Under 4 minutes to go in the second here. Stopped by Skinner. 3:52 to go in the second period. What is Marchand doing? Are you seeing that? It looked like he just punched, for lack of a better term, it looked like he just punched Darnell Nurse in the balls 3 or 4 times. And Nurse no-sold it. Because it's the cup. Oh, see, because of the cup. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. 3,600 people here in the chat. Less than 1,500 likes. That is bull poo. Click like because it takes a second. It's free to do, and it helps us a lot. Yes, true. Who was the second round pick traded in the Kachuk trade? Oh, in the Sam Bennett trade. Oh, I think I know the answer to this. Sam Bennett for a second round pick and Emil Heinemann. That second round pick became, who was it, Drew? Oh. The Flames traded it for Calle Jarnkrok. Listen, I think Calle Jarnkrok's been a good Leaf. He hasn't been good in the playoffs, but like he's put in some good seasons for the Leafs. He was a terrible Flame. He sucked. Drew, look up Calle Jarnkrok's Flame stats. That guy sucked. Yeah, he's scored like 15, 20 goals. He had nothing in Calgary. Nothing. 17 games, 0 goals, 4 assists. What about in the playoffs? It's even worse. Pretty sure. 12 games played, 1 goal, 3 assists. One of his 5 career playoff goals was in over 100 games was with the Flames. Got to talk about how dominant the Panthers have been in the second period in these playoffs. Their forecheck makes the long changes brutal all 3 rounds so far. It was very noticeable against the Leafs. I don't think the Leafs did well with the long change against Ottawa. Like against Florida, torture. David Goyette was the player selected with that pick. Here come the Oilers into the Florida zone. Forsling is there. He's battling Brown out there with Frederick. Ekblad. Forsling gets it out. The Panthers love to make you cover ground. You get into their zone. They send it away. You go and get it. You do it again. 3-2-1 to go in the second period. That puck goes out of play somehow. 3:16 to go in the second as we get a whistle here. What? If you want to click like for SDPN, give me a hell yeah. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Who wins in a fight, Skinner or Bob? Skinner. Have you seen Sergei Bobrovsky without equipment? He looks like a turtle without a shell. Or as they say, a boneless goalie. Face off in the Oilers end. Marchand with it. One-timer from Lindell is stopped. Panthers. Oh my gosh, what a move. Lusterinen. Oh, he's knocked to the ice, and here come the Oilers 2-on-2. It's Draisaitl. Has it swatted away from him. Here come the Panthers again. Shot. Stuart Skinner really settling into this game, by the way. 3 goals allowed on his first 8 shots. He's now stopped quite a few consecutively as the Panthers move in front on the shot counter. Woo! Is that too many men? Not too many men. Because the Panthers were actually shorthanded when Tkachuk hopped on the ice. Real talk, Steve. Who you rooting for? The Leafs. Like, yeah, McDavid. It's like I'm not rooting for anyone. I'm having Stuart Skinner covers it up. I'm having a difficult time hiding that I very obviously hate the Panthers more. Yeah, Drew said I am team McDavid gets one before he retires. Like as a piece of hockey history. He's great. He's greatness. How many players have won the Conn Smythe for the losing team that didn't go on to eventually win a cup? Like J.S. Jaguar, I know, won the Conn Smythe in 2003 when the Ducks lost, but he ended up winning the cup in 2007. Like, did Hextall ever win one? Because he got one in a loss, I think. Speaking of Stone Cold, which do you like better, his current theme or his Disturbed theme? Whatever the 1997 one was. Man, there were some things where, like, you say certain things that make you sound old. And there are certain things where I'm proud to be unk for that. I'm proud to be old for being alive and sentient for the Attitude Era. I can say like that Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle hour-long match on Raw, or was it SmackDown? I saw that live. John Cena's first match against Kurt Angle, when he screamed ruthless aggression, I saw that when it aired. Stone Cold with the beer truck. I saw that when it aired. Kurt Angle with the milk truck. I saw that when it aired. Austin winning his first title, WrestleMania 14. Saw that when it aired. Justin Fisher, I think Four Nations was enough success for McDavid. Wow. Yeah, but the other option is the Panthers win. They've already won, and also I don't like them. No, I don't want a Panthers dynasty. What if they win 3 straight? Screw you. What about that? Says Drew. They're going to redo the face-off, and the fans don't like it. They are booing. Trey Killian, I'm a Bolts fan, but I prefer your commentary over ESPN or TNT any day. Do you think the Leafs will try to trade for Stammer now or in the future? I do not. It's a good thought, though. Kachuk is blocked. Is that Jake Wallman again? Oh, my God. Does he even play game 2? Bennett. Shot from Ekblad is stopped and gobbled up by Skinner. 1:59 to go in the second. Wallman looks sore. Question for the chat from Justin. Would you still microwave your food if the food screamed while it got microwaved? What's the matter with you? Justin, are you working high right now? Do we need to enforce back to work here at SCPN? Or do I need to join you? The answer is no. I wouldn't. I have thoughts on this. 1:50 to go in the second. Here come the Panthers. Reinhart, again, gobbled up by Skinner. 1:48 to go in the second. Justin Fisher. This wasn't WWE, but Kenny Omega versus, was it Kazuchika Okada? I was there. I was there in person. Was that the kick out at 1 on the one-winged angel? That was an awesome night. Shot fired wide. Seth Jones with it behind the Oilers net. Tries the wraparound. Is stopped. Where's the puck? Along the half wall. Nurse gets it around for Kulak. Oh, no, he doesn't. The Panthers. Skinner. Save. Rebound. Oilers on the counter. Here they come with speed. To Draisaitl. Can't get the shot. There's going to be a penalty. The Panthers touch it. No, they don't. Oilers behind the net. The Panthers finally touch it. Oh, Draisaitl pops Mikkola pretty good, and Kane pops him even better. 1:13 to go in the second. The Oilers will be heading to the power play. Barkov had a great opportunity there. Holy cow. If this is... Oh, he got high stick by Rodriguez. And he's going to the box. Steve Dangle here. SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. Let's get a poll in the chat. Do the Oilers score on this power play? Drew said the chat is just like, imagine microwaving nachos, and every nacho is just like, ah! Oh my God. Barkov shorthanded. It is believable. Steve, love you and the crew, but have you ever met or interviewed Sergei Berezan? I have not. Man, he was awesome, though. Speaking of nurses, Sarah Nurse to Vancouver. Wow, says Devin. Yes, I discovered that news live on the stream. Someone's like, what do you think about Nurse to Vancouver? I'm like, why would the Oilers or the Canucks do that? And they're like, no, Sarah. I'm like, what? What happened? Vegas stopped a potential dynasty. I also grew up on DX, says Dave Stangle. Like, I grew up on the Monday Night Wars. I watched Raw and Nitro. It was sick. Justin, false. McDavid also needs Olympic gold. Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. He sure does. If Panthers win, would the best sports comparison be the Bad Boy Pistons? Ooh. Not just winning 2 straight, but doing it while injuring everyone and defeating the face of the league while you're at it. That's really not bad. That's really not bad. A lot of inter-sport comparisons suck. That one's not bad. So the face-off is outside the Panther zone. What? Oilers in the neutral zone. McDavid. Oilers gain. Draisaitl to Bouchard at the point. He's got Nuge. Boosh. McDavid. Boosh on! That's blocked away by Bob. Nuge. Skating. Draisaitl with that goalie paddle of a stick. Evan Bouchard. Connor McDavid. Evan Bouchard. Draisaitl one-timer. That squeaks through everything. McDavid gets it. Oilers right back to work. McDavid. Nuge. On! Stop by Bob. McDavid. Draisaitl! Blocked. Draisaitl. Under 20 seconds to go in the period. McDavid. Draisaitl. Boost bomb! Blocked away by Bob. Oh, and it could have gone to McDavid, but it hits the official in the corner. Cleared down the ice. Bouchard up the ice. There's just not enough time. The Oilers down 3-2 after 2, but they will begin the third period on the power play. Oh, Bob makes a save on a shot he never sees. Forsling with a little bit of a block. Maybe that would have been a goal. Forsling with a lot of a block. Oh my gosh. It's a game of inches and centimeters and millimeters. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Need to know this. NWO black and white or NWO Wolfpack? Black and white. The NWO became such a cartoonishly, stupidly big, ridiculous thing. It sucked by the end of it. Are there any flamin' hot cheesies for sale there? Like in Canada? Yeah, we got those. Giggling Cat, thank you for the 10 STPN memberships. Undertaker throwing Mick Foley through a cage. That was my era. I saw the debut of Kane. Yes, I did. Not in person. No, not in person. Like, no, that'd be, yeah, I just went to every city. You know what? Let's throw to a clip real fast because we're going to do trivia coming out of this clip. Click the link in the description. Get signed up for Spark. There are prizes, including this SDPN jersey, up for grabs. Drew, what is the clip? Easton Cowan, the cowboy. Drew said his name wrong and he's embarrassed. Roll the clip.
Now,
Yes.
one guy that Leaf fans are super jacked about is Memorial Cup winner Easton Cowan. 15 career points in 9 games in the past 2 Memorial Cups.
Oh, Marchand.
What
for
about
the Pajama Empire?
Pajama Empire, Marchand. I grew up.
Did he have pajamas?
Yo,
I grew up a Leafs fan.
Yeah,
Was
but
the-
did
how
he have Leafs pajamas though?
Oh, he must
no,
have.
top line, Marchand, McDavid, Matthews on the wing.
Oh, come on. Let's go. Leafs prospect Easton Cowan, animal at the Memorial Cup, the past 2 Memorial Cups, 9 games, 15 points, which is the exact same as Marner. Became the first player in history to lead the event in scoring in back-to-back years. He leaves the OHL second all-time in playoff points with 96. Also was named the playoff MVP last year and this year. He's now 29 goals, 69 points in 46 regular season games, but his best offensive year came in 2023, 96 points in 54 games. He had some injuries and some weird stuff going on. Now, people are saying they're already slotting him in as a guy who's going to make the team next year. Every scout you talk to says this guy slots out to be probably a middle 6 forward.
That's okay.
And probably needs at least a year in the AHL. My question to the two of you is, if the Leafs are looking for trade capital, he is at the top of his value
don't you dare.
now.
I totally get it. You trade him, you have almost nothing left in the cupboard.
Mm-hmm.
And
what if it's JJ Peterka?
Oh, I don't want to play against Easton Cowan forever. Also, no, you're the corny ass Sabres, and I'm simply taking him. I'm not giving you Easton Cowan for JJ Peterka. What? No. That is a move where the
I
Sabres
know you like
actually.
JJ Peterka a lot.
I do like JJ Peterka a lot.
So that's why.
Okay, here's where I could be talked into that,
because you know
he's young also.
He's 23.
Yes,
and JJ Peterka is already good, and Easton Cowan might be good. But we don't know.
That might be the beginning of a villain origin story where, like,
you traded me to the Sabres.
He grew up cheering for the Leafs and specifically Mitch Marner. Then they got rid of Mitch, and then they got rid of you.
And he's named after a hockey stick company, too.
And they
Come on.
sent you to Buffalo, which means not only did they abandon you, they're not afraid of you. They traded you to a divisional rival. And if you do that, you will learn fear. No, I think Easton Cowan is, I mean, here's
Jesse,
the thing about
could you be swung on a JJ Peterka for Easton Cowan?
No,
Can you be swung on Easton Cowan for some major asset?
This is one of the most ridiculous conversations.
So you can't. So let's say the centerman they want is out there, because people's names are going to emerge in the next few weeks. The centerman they want, the attitude, the scoring, they're in their mid to late 20s.
Who are you talking?
I don't know.
Okay,
yeah, that
are
player
you telling
doesn't exist?
Nyes has to get a raise.
Is it McDavid?
Yeah, he does. It's not McDavid. No, Easton Cowan's not a prospect
for McDavid.
You know what you're going to need if you're going to go after Connor McDavid? A couple guys on ELCs.
Right.
And Easton Cowan's going to be on an ELC. You're going to have to go cheap at a few positions. And I mean, so many teams are able to find success with guys on ELCs or guys on their second contract. You need that. So I you can pry Easton Cowan from my cold dead hands. I keep that player. First Memorial Cup MVP for the London Knights since Mitch Marner, which I think is cruel and unusual. But I mean, this is a great player.
Mm-hmm.
This is a really, really good player. Marner is also a really good player. I think that's worth mentioning.
Yeah, it is worth mentioning.
Here's the difference. One of them costs about 10 point something million dollars less than the other.
Right. Okay.
If he plays on your team at all
next season,
it's great. And like, I think maybe going to the AHL for a year is maybe ideal for his development. Okay. Can he play in the NHL? Can he play middle 6? Like, you know how we had the wee McFun line with Domi, Robertson, and Domi?
Yeah.
You're telling me Easton Cowan can't be one of those? Like one of those players? Come on. I bet he could. I bet he could. We'll find out in camp. Like 2 years ago in exhibition, we looked at this kid and we said, he might be able to play.
Yep.
This past year, he didn't have a good camp. Didn't look good. Preseason's going to tell us a lot about what we need to know about Easton Cowan.
Okay.
You look good at a camp. They're giving you a spot on this team.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
What'll be interesting coming out of free agency is I wonder if we look at the team and we go, uh-oh, there's a gap. There's a hole there. Uh-oh, how are they going to Easton Cowan? Trivia! By the way, Drew pointing out Panthers are the first team in NHL history to score 50 road goals in a single playoffs. It is game 1 of the Stanley Cup final. The Leafs were part of history. 12 of those goals, 12 of those 50 came in games 5 and 7 alone. Trivia! Thanks to Spark. Look at these sweet friggin' jerseys. So, grand prize is actually that one. Oh, you can't see it. Here. There you go. It's this jersey right here. That's top prize. You know what? We're going to do trivia like this. There you go. Perfect. Nailed it. The jersey behind me is top prize. Second prize is this SDPN jersey. The jersey behind me is Dangle Navy. Second prize is SDPN. Third, fourth, and fifth place are SDPN Spark mini stick that I actually can't get right now because I'm using it to prop up one side of my camera's stand. I'm stupid. Really high budget setup we got here in Ajax, Ontario. The theme of tonight's playoff trivia is the playoffs so far. Are you signed in? Are you signed up? If you want to claim your prize after you win it, because hopefully you win it, you got to be signed in. You can put your name in and your info in so that you can get text notifications for when there is new trivia. You get points for answering correctly. You also get points for answering quickly. So, if you have a friend named Jake and you are right, and Jake is right, but Jake answers before you, Jake gets more points. But if you answer before Jake, oh, screw that guy. You get way more points than Jake. Drew, countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. If you don't friggin' click like, I'm going to kick your ass. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Number uno. Heading into tonight's game, who led the NHL in playoff points through 3 rounds? A. Connor McDavid. B. Leon Draisaitl. C. Alexander Barkov. D. Mikko Rantanen. I legitimately didn't know the answer to this. So Justin Fisher wrote this in his notes. Who knows if this still holds or if Leon has charged past? But Connor McDavid leads the way with 6 goals and 20 assists, 26 points in 16 games. Leads Draisaitl by 1 point. McDavid 53%. Draisaitl has indeed tied him. I'm not sure if he's passed him yet. Number 2. Who leads all NHL goaltenders in postseason goals against average? A. Stuart Skinner. B. Calvin Pickard. C. Frederik Andersen. D. Sergei Bobrovsky. So you get Stuart Skinner and Bobrovsky, who are both in the Stanley Cup final. You get Calvin Pickard, who literally has not lost. And you get Freddie Andersen, who played some really good hockey, some really bad hockey. What is the answer? Freddie Andersen. Ooh, only 26% of you got that one. 202 goals against average still holds. Let's go to number 3. Which team had the top penalty kill through 3 rounds? A. Toronto Maple Leafs. B. Carolina Hurricanes. C. Vegas Golden Knights. D. Florida Panthers. Oh. Panthers lead the NHL with a sparkling 87.9 penalty kill heading into tonight's game with the note attached. To be fair, they got to play the Leafs. Panthers was the top answer, but still less than half of you got that. Number 4, this is the halfway mark. Who led the NHL playoffs in goals scored through the first 3 rounds? A. Leon Draisaitl. B. Mikko Rantanen. C. Sam Bennett. D. Corey Perry. Scory Perry, if you will. Draisaitl and Perry both have 7 goals, but Sam Bennett leads all playoff goal scorers with 10 in 17 games, and he has 2 tonight. Oh, the galaxy braining going through the roof. Only 31% of you got that. Halfway through, Steven with the video game controller is number 1. Who is number 2? I can't read it on my screen. Josh. It looks like Joe on my screen. And IK is number 3. Danny and Hannah, 4 and 5. Let's move on to the back half. So where champions are made. How many first overall picks remain in the Stanley Cup playoffs? A, 2, B, 3, C, 4, D, 6. Great question. We have Connor McDavid, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, a little bit sneaky, Aaron Ekblad. 3 is your answer. 41%, less than half, but it's the most popular answer. Number 6. I forgot which one. Who has piled up the most penalty minutes in the playoffs so far? A, Brad Marchand. B, Sam Bennett. C, Matthew Tkachuk. D, Nico Mikkola. Who has piled up the most penalty minutes? Drew laughing in my ear because they're all Panthers. The answer, to the surprise of I'm sure no one, Brad Marchand has earned 46 penalty minutes in 17 playoff games heading into tonight. Next closest, Logan Stanley. Wow, naughty boy with 42 penalty minutes. Reminder, Stanley's Jets were eliminated in the second round. Brad Marchand, only 20% of you got that. Third most popular answer. Wow. Number 7. Which goaltender faced the most shots through the first 3 playoff rounds? A, Frederik Andersen. B, Stuart Skinner. C, Sergei Bobrovsky. D, Jake Ottinger. My guess is also Ottinger, Drew. Let's see. Jake Ottinger faced 503 shots through the first 3 rounds. It should come as no surprise that his second round opponent, the Oilers, third round opponent, the Oilers, led the NHL playoffs with 394 pucks on net. And then it says, unless Edmonton have put 95 shots on Bob through 2 periods, Ottinger still holds the lead. Last one. How many goals were scored in the conference finals? A, 62, B, 64, C, 67, D, 70. Between the Panthers, Oilers, Stars, and Hurricanes, the answer is B, 64. 38% of you got it, and it totally changed who's in the lead. IK holds on for a prize. Danny gets top prize. That is that wonderful Dangle Navy jersey behind me. IK, you get this SDPN jersey that I'm showing off right now. Matthew, Dean, and Hugh, you all get a exclusive Spark SDPN mini stick, courtesy of Spark and SDPN. And everyone else, thank you, Drew, for reminding me I'm a stupid idiot. Everyone else gets 15% off at the SDPN shop. And I forgot to say that until just now. But how do I claim that prize? Well, the way to claim that prize is you got your information on the Spark app. Otherwise, how the hell will you know? You'll go to checkout, you'll be like, I participated. And we'll be like, prove it. And you'll be like, I cannot. Steve Dangle here. SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. Justin Silverman, what dynasty annoyed you the most in sports? For me, it's the Patriots in football, and it's not close as a Steelers fan. Ooh. But this Panthers team is making its way up the list. Gotta respect it, though. Ooh. Yeah, this Panthers team is up there. If I cared more about football, I mean, the answer would very obviously be the Patriots. Drew, I assume you hate the Patriots a big old bunch as a Bills fan. Yeah. Most hated thing in the world. Are they your most hated team? Like there's no one else? Probably. And Tom Brady's your most hated individual. Now, are you one of those guys who's like, oh, he's overrated or whatever? Or are you just like you respect what he's done, but you also hate him? Oh, he's a cheater and he sucks. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Let's get to 2,000 likes, you gosh darn donkeys. I called you donkeys. Because you got a nice ass. That's why I called you a donkey. After 40, Sport Logic from the Sportsnet broadcast. Panthers lead in slot shots. They lead in cycle chances. They lead in rush chances. They win in puck battle win percentage. This is the reigning, defending Stanley Cup champions. But the Oilers on home ice are within one. They no longer have the long change. Can they get a goal to tie this thing up? They're showing a highlight pack right now. The Panthers have been all over Leon Draisaitl. The Oilers start the third period, by the way, with a power play. My sister works with Verhaeghe's mom and gets annoyed whenever they go deep because reporters call wanting to talk to her. Yo, what? That's crazy. 42 seconds to go in this Oilers power play right here at the beginning of the third period. I'm Steve Dangle. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. McDavid is turned away at the blue line. Bouchard. Cross ice to Perry. It's behind the Panthers net now. Poked to Draisaitl. Bouchard. 24 seconds now. Draisaitl. Perry is parked in front. Draisaitl cuts. Someone's got to get it on. Get it on. 15 seconds. Bouchard. Draisaitl. Draisaitl to Bouchard. Stop. Rebound. Oh, puck doesn't squirt to Nuge. And the Panthers get it down the ice, but not all the way down the ice. Bouchard to McDavid. Penalty is over, and the Panthers get it down the ice. Is this icing? Skinner out of the net to play it. So I guess not. Good chance for the Oilers on that power play to start this third period, but obviously they don't get the job done. Here they come once again. Double team hit on Nico Mikkola. Kapanen, Henrique, and Kane are out there for the Oilers. Reinhart gets it deep for the Panthers. He's got Barkov and Rodriguez with him. Patience from Kane. Not enough patience from Kane as he turns it over. Newfie Sports Talk. I'm not even reading that out loud. Can you stop a little bit? I have to go pee, Steve. No. Bring me to pee. Oilers. Ekholm. Klingberg. Ekholm. Up the ice. Stop dead by the Panthers, which they are so good at doing. 2 minutes gone in this third period. Take it from me. This Panthers team can bleed time off a clock like no one else. Case in point, they dump it into the Oilers' end. Stuart Skinner covers it up. It is a face-off in the Edmonton zone, which is not a thing that Edmonton wants. Oilers have outscored their opponents 26-15 in the third period this postseason. Coffee talking to Bouchard on the Oilers bench. Off the faceoff, Marchand's shot is blocked. Frederick off the glass. And out. Ekblad collects it. Here's Lindell. Puck swatted off his stick. Blocked by Klingberg. I don't want to pick on any one player, but is it just me or has Klingberg been a bit of a weak link tonight for Edmonton? Ekholm shovels it into the neutral zone, into the possession of the Panthers. Oilers get it right back in their own zone. And here comes... Nope, picked off. Oilers 2-on-1. Or Panthers 2-on-1. Sorry, Luostarinen. Oh, my goodness. Wide on Skinner. These Panthers opportunities have come out of nowhere in these games. Draisaitl gets it deep. Perry can't get it off Mikkola. Bouchard can't get it off Reinhart. Now he does. Plays it way back to Wallman. Looks like they're screwing with the D pairs here. Wallman! That a shot wide. Bouchard chips it behind the Panthers net. Perry to McDavid in Gretzky's office. Can't get it to Draisaitl. I think Knobloch is going to have those two together quite a bit. Why are Canadians gaslit into cheering for the Oilers or other Canadian teams in the finals? For example, I want to see the Leafs win and no one else. The CN Tower being in Oilers colors is crazy. Because, like, you're not going to see West Edmonton Mall plastered and, like, go Leafs, go. Because it's Canada National Tower. I guess. Oh, so it is the center of the universe then. They did it for the Habs? I probably blocked that out. I probably went to therapy to block that out. Oilers into the neutral zone. Honestly, that's way worse. That's so much worse. Nurse finds Kane. Kane is like triple teamed. Janmark tries to get a piece of Bennett. Gets no piece of Bennett. Kane to the Leafs. Which one? Oh boy, Verhaeghe with the steal. Verhaeghe airmails it out of play. 15-10 to go in the third period. Remember when I updated you and I said, oh, it's 2 minutes gone. Now it's nearly 5 minutes gone. Time just pouring through the hourglass. That's what these Panthers do. 2 minutes have gone by. Blink. And it's 5. Verhaeghe has no shots tonight. 2 attempts. He has at least 1 assist. Shots 25-22 for Florida, which is absolutely incredible considering the amount of shots Edmonton had in the first. Florida probably fortunate to come out of the first up. Edmonton fortunate to come out of the second only down 1. Nurse up the ice. Oilers stolen in the neutral zone. Brad Marchand. I'm just so used to watching the Panthers do this. Oh! Panther taken down hard in the corner. They lose the zone. Lundell into the Oilers corner. Brown turns it up ice. Oh, a blown tire. This could be fortuitous for the Oilers who get it deep. Oilers rimming around. Wallman, Bouchard, still deep in the Oilers zone, which is where the Oilers don't want it. Draisaitl. Oh, the Oilers working it pretty well. Perry, pass! Stop by Bob. Draisaitl. That was Wallman who was stopped jumping up in the play. That's why I didn't say the player name. I'm like, what forward is that? It wasn't a forward. Oilers slap it in. Bobrovsky tries to handle it, bobbles it a little bit, gives it to Nate Schmidt. To Matthew Tkachuk in the neutral zone. Bouchard. To McDavid. Hands it off to Kapanen. McDavid in front. Shot! Scores! Matthias Ekholm finishes the McDavid feed. And with 13:27 still to play in the third period, the Oilers tie it at 3. This is a shifty. Yo, check out that dude celebrating with a burger in his mouth. That was a shifty play from McDavid. Give and go with Kapanen. And Ekholm buries it. Kapanen might be getting the secondary assist here. And if he does, that's his second assist of the game and second of the playoffs. And he gets promoted to McDavid's line. So Kapanen's career list of line mates now includes Matthews, Malkin, Draisaitl, McDavid. Yep, Kapanen gets an assist. All tied up here in Ed Money. Kapanen first on it, deep in the Panthers' end. Loud in Edmonton. Loud. Gadjevich gets it. He left for the locker room earlier in this game. Boquist, deep in the Oilers zone. Knobloch has changed all the lines and D pairs, which you, even when coaches get the blender out, you don't often see everything. Oilers wide. Oh, boy. Vander Kane falls down. I was worried about the ankles there. Always cringe when someone goes ankle first into the end boards. Oilers with it in their own end. Did you have Arvidsson and Ekholm on your bingo card? No. They probably weren't even the most likely Swedes to score for the Oilers in this game. I don't even know if the Oilers have any other Swedes. Like, let's go Oilers rains down at Edmonton. What a friggin' pass from McDavid. They just showed it. And a great finish from Ekholm. Ekholm and McDavid exchange looks, pointing at each other after the 3-3 goal. And the looks seem to say to each other, job's not finished. This is from NHL PR. The Panthers are 31-0 when holding a lead at the end of the first or second period in the Stanley Cup playoffs under head coach Paul Maurice. But the Oilers have their sights on the first multi-goal comeback win in Game 1 of the final since the Bruins in 2019. Wow. Keep that stat in mind for later. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Whoa, this is a pretty big deal in the PWHL. So we already talked about Sarah Nurse signing with Vancouver. How about this Western battle? Hillary Knight has signed a 1-year contract with Seattle. Shoo! There's a lot of PWHL news. Dear Wallman, I miss you. Signed a Red Wings fan. You'll miss him, but you probably miss the pick you tied to him just as much. We're just shy of 2,000 likes, and that makes me mad. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Face off at center ice, 12-12 to go in the third period. Hard battle along the half wall. Hard battle behind the Oilers net. Nurse. Hard battle along the half wall. Panthers. Where'd that go? It's in the corner. Henrique on it. Battling with Barkov. Panthers, woo, fire it across the goal mouth. A bomb stopped by Skinner. After a shaky start, he has been excellent for the Oilers. You know what's crazy? both goalies are below a 900 save percentage right now, and I would say both of them have been fantastic. Oilers into the neutral zone to a flying Connor McDavid. Plays it with his feet around Mikkola. To the point. To Bouchard. To Draisaitl. Hands it off to Connor, who is hit by Mikkola. Crowd reacting to something behind the play. I believe Connor was taken down by Mikkola. Here comes Lindell. Turn around at the blue line. Draisaitl. Going 1-on-2. Around Forsling. Fires it wide. Bouchard. Fired it wide, but gloved by Bobrovsky. It'll be an O-zone draw for the Oilers. 10:58 to go in the third. New leaderboard for Super Chats. We can now duke it out to see who is Steve's biggest supporter. Sign me up. Drew, when did they introduce this feature on YouTube? A week ago? Right after? Oh, so this is just our first stream since they introduced that. Oh, all right. I found out about it during the stream like you did. I didn't know. Forsling gets it out. Verhaeghe chasing after it. Verhaeghe gets it. Verhaeghe fires it wide. Ooh, always dangerous, especially in the clutch. Oilers fire it down the ice. This will probably be icing against them. Yes, it is. 10:42 to go in the third. You know what's funny? That's not even the song they're playing in the building. I just thought it was. Bennett, O-zone draw. Loses it, but where's the puck? Behind the Oilers' net. Oilers fail to get it out. Panthers digging for it. Bennett just digging for it. Panthers hold the line. Ekblad into the corner. Bouchard for Wallman. All the lines, all the pairs, they're all mangled. Panthers right back to work in the offensive zone. Ekblad goes hard after it. This is a great shift from the Panthers here. 10 minutes to go in the third. Tied 3-3. Steve Dangle here on the STPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Nuge can't dig it out. Where is it? Now Nuge gets it out. But the Oilers probably looking for a change here. Wes Richard gifting 5 STPN memberships. Thank you. No problem for the PWHL stuff. Realistically, we should do more PWHL stuff. One problem we run into as a small company is there's like 24 hours in a day. 2 of us have kids. I want to watch more TV. I want to watch more sports. I want to watch more movies. I want more free time. Can't have it all. Heather, thank you for 5 STPN memberships. Face off in the Panthers zone. 9:37 to go in the third. Panthers win that clean. Ekblad airmails it into the neutral zone as the Panthers get a change. Oilers dump it. 9:30 to go in the third. Ooh, Oilers just hold the line. And they might turn it into something. Oh, it's on the goal line. Bobrovsky with the save, and it lands on the goal line. Now the Panthers counter. Mikkola around. Barkov hard after it. Who was that with the chance for Edmonton? I didn't catch a number. Was it McDavid? Here comes McDavid. Gloved by Bob. 9:01 to go in the third. Connor McDavid is always a solid bet. Who was that? Probably Connor McDavid. Were you impressed? I think it was Connor McDavid. For the good of hockey, we need 7 games. Yo, I think I agree. And we are in commercial break. Drew says we don't want overtime tonight. Yeah, because we got. Oh yeah, I should probably promote this. Cup check. So you know how I do LFR videos? I do a video after every single Leaf game. It's like that. Cup check on my YouTube channel. That's Steve Dangle, all one word. We're going to be doing recap videos for every game of the Stanley Cup final, just like we've done, I think, every year since 2018? 19? 18? I think it was 2018. Drew goes, I don't know, man. It's your channel. West Richard, I'm very late, but I made it. Go hockey, go. Well, it's a new game. It's a tie game. That's a beautiful thing. Steve, thanks for being one of the few analysts saying Yzerman has to go. Most Wings fans around me think I'm nuts for abandoning the Yzer plan. Yo. It was 2018 is when I started Cup Check? Cool. There was a Red Wings fan who sent me a million tweet thread about why Yzerman is good. And I'm like, I don't know what part of that team hasn't even kind of done shit. I gotta read all that? Read the roster. Read the standings in his tenure. How is this even a discussion? Anyway, 9:01 to go. Oilers win the ozone draw. They fire it on. Stop by Bob. Rebound doesn't get through. Panthers. Rodriguez dumps it. 8:50 to go in the third. Larios. Nurse with it behind his own net. Up the ice. Panthers stifle the Oilers break-in. Stuck at the Oilers blue line now. Not as stuck. Marchand looking for Nate Schmidt, who's had a pretty good game. Marchand shoots. Oh, tricky one. Stopped by Skinner. Oilers clear the rebound. Panthers still buzzing. Lundell takes it to the point. It's Kulikov. Shot is blocked. Oilers do not get it out. Schmidt with a great hold there. Marchand in front. No one gets it. Schmidt fakes the shot. Lundell from a weird angle off the side of the net. Oilers hard around. They do get it out, and they do not ice it. Skinner. Bouchard. As the Panthers change. It was a good shift for Florida. Janmark. Hands it off. Oilers made a meal out of that one. They dump it, and they'll have to go get it. Bennett starts the breakout for the Panthers. Here's Verhaeghe. 2-on-2. Verhaeghe with Tkachuk. Wallman fell. Oh, cleared just out of the blue paint in time. Oilers. Did they hold the zone there? Oh, this will be fascinating if they score. Arvidsson battling Ekblad. Tries to get it to the point. Stolen from Tkachuk. Bennett gains center and dumps it. Oilers gain center and dump it right into the chest of Bobrovsky. So it'll be an ozone draw for Ed Money. I got to ask the smart man who talks. I don't know if that accurately describes me, but okay. Why do the refs fake the puck drop or call back a face-off? I'm sure it can vary, but any common reasons? Yeah, they want to make sure no one on the face-off dot has an unfair advantage. There are rules of engagement when it comes to the face-off, and they don't want anyone to have an advantage, and they just did it again. The pump fakes are nonsense. I do hate that. Face-off in the Panthers' end. Panthers come up with it, but Oilers hard on it. Rodriguez. Oilers come up with it. Oilers at the point. Bouchard. On! Stop by Bob. That made it through. 6:36 to go in the third. If you're just tuning in, Oilers scored first to make it 1-0. Panthers get 2 quick ones. Then we go to the second period. Panthers get another one early. It's 3-1. Arvidsson with a bomb. Soon after, it's 3-2. And then in the third, Ekholm gets a beautiful feed from McDavid. It's 3-3. And with 6:16 to go in the third, Bobrovsky gloves it. The Oilers have retaken the shots advantage. So there is something to that, eh? Like the Panthers are kings of the long change period. Absolute kings of it. And they dominated the long change period in the second. But the Oilers have gotten more shots in the first and third. Lindell versus Nugent-Hopkins here. Face off in the Oilers zone, and they kick Nugent-Hopkins out. Boy, it really seems like there have been more of these face-off scenarios in these playoffs. Maybe I'm just noticing it more. I don't know. Are the Oilers going to get a delay a game call? That probably Okay. Lindell wins it. Oh! Marchand almost got a sick breakaway. Showing the game on the TV behind you. What? Oh, like you're asking if I were to do that, would it be? Yes, it would. I was like, but we're not doing that though. Klingberg at the point, walking the line, on, rebound. Oh, stop by Bob. Blast! Stop by Bob, and oh boy, Vander Kane's playing with fire here. He poked at Bob after the whistle, knocked him down, and that's going to cause a ruckus. I don't think they're going to call that in a tied game in the third period of the Stanley Cup final, but that is naughty behavior. It might have been goalie interference if it went in. You're right, Drew. Kathy Lee, blue-footed booby emojis. Why did the cat get kicked out of the game? Because he was a cheetah. Boo. Poll question if you want to, of course. Which is worse, the Shanaplan or the Isoplan? Iserplan. Okay. Shanahan mended fences. Oh, well, okay. So Drew asks a very legitimate question. Does this go back to Tampa? He wasn't the GM. Oh, wait. Yes, he was. Sorry. My bad. He was the GM. But he didn't win a cup there. He made the final. When did he make the final? Oh, 2015. Was he the GM in 2015? Okay, now counter question. Does he get to use his whole body of work? Like, I think that's kind of crap. Like, if we're doing Tampa Yzerman, well, obviously Tampa. But if we're doing Detroit Yzerman, I think it's obviously Shanahan. Shanahan made the playoffs 9 straight years. He changed the jerseys. He changed a lot of things about like mending fences with the alumni and honoring the past. And he did get a first overall pick. So what? Maybe Yzerman should try that. Idiot. Giggling the cat. He bad touched Bob. We are legally allowed to kill him now, yes? When has the legality of killing a player ever mattered to the Panthers? Sam Bennett will just kind of do it. Hey, 4,300 of you here in this chat, 2,100 likes. That is garbage. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Clicking like is quick, free, easy to do, and it helps out this channel a lot. Oilers clear it with a little too much gumption, and that'll be icing against Edmonton. 5:23 to go in the third, but it's right out of TV timeout. So they should have mostly fresh legs. The shots on goal are 11-2 for Edmonton in this third period. Wow. Ozone draw for the Panthers, though. Bennett loses the draw. Nurse. Ooh, not a great clear. Ekblad. It's in the slot. Kapanen comes up with it, gets it out, gets it to center, and dumps it. He'll go after it as well. Oilers hold the zone. Nugent Hopkins takes it off for Hagee. Here's Kapanen. Drives around, drops it for Nuge. Oh, what a play that would have been. Shades of Kapanen's double overtime winner in 2017, except the roles are reversed. Oilers with it in their own end. It's Nurse. Nurse. 4:40 to go in the third. Nurse. That's over the net. Nurse deep in the Panther zone. I don't think we've seen him do this tonight. Nurse got punched in the face by Seth Jones. Oh, giveaway in the Oilers' end. Barkov is blocked. Barkov stopped by Skinner. Oh, baby. Biggest save of the game so far. 4:15 to go in the third. Panthers with it in the neutral zone. Oilers say, get out of here, and they take it back as they change. Bouchard, I don't know if he gained center there. They're going to say he did. 4 minutes to go in the third. Oilers with it in the Panther zone. Walking the blue line. On. Stopped by Bob. 3:53 to go in the third. Steve, you have to get the board/video game Wingspan. It's what started my bird obsession. Video game has all the different bird cries and trivia. Ooh. Yzerplan has really struggled, but important to consider. Detroit has moved back literally the most spaces all time in the draft lottery. Yep. I don't know. Giggling Cat didn't say it mattered if the killing was legal. Okay, that's fair. Panthers win the faceoff at their own end. They can't quite get it out, though. Henrique to Brown, but it's flipping and bouncing, and Brown now has to try to take it off of Nate Schmidt. Panthers get out. Brown doesn't have a stick. He switches off. Oilers had 4 guys for a sec there. It's the second time tonight, once against the Panthers, once for the Oilers, where they opted to have 4 guys instead of risk the too many men. Panthers get out of their end. Marchand hard on the puck. Kulak takes it off him. Oh, Podkolzin nearly hits his man into the bench. Forsling with it in the neutral zone. Gain center. Chipped in by Boquist. Skinner out of the net to play it. Oh, baby. Whoa, that was risky. Under 3 minutes to go in the third period. Ekblad into the neutral zone. Both teams changing. Nuge. Podkolzin. Oh, drives. Shoots. Stopped by Bob. Kapanen to Kulak. Kapanen hard on it, battling Forsling. Ekblad gets it. Airmails it. Ooh, baby. Is this enough for icing? They say no. 2:30 to go in the third. That was the right call. Nurse with it behind his own net. Straight up the ice. Shoveled into the Panthers' end. Kapanen hard on it again. Kane lays a hit on Tkachuk. Not the first time those two have collided in the postseason. Not the second time either. Panthers just turn it over to the Oilers. Only half of us have liked this stream. Are you not entertained? That's a great question, Giggling Cat. Panthers dump it from the neutral zone. Skinner out of his net to play it. Hard around. Panthers dump it again. Takes a weird bounce. Where the hell did that go? Panthers take advantage. Rodriguez. Hard around for Mikkola. Back to Rodriguez. On. That is blocked by his own man, I believe. Edmonton gets out of their own end, and they have numbers. Not enough numbers, as it seems. Reinhart. Oh, my goodness. Dangling around Oilers, Panthers, everybody. Oilers have it in their own end. It's Klingberg. Stops up. Passes to his D partner. Into the Panther zone. Right into Bob, who plays it to Forsling. Between Forsling's legs. Panthers with less than a minute to go in the third period. Ice it. 49.7 seconds to go in the third. Oilers get an ozone draw here. Podkolzin with a great chance for the Oilers to take the lead there. What a power move. Bobrovsky slamming that 5-hole shut. The Oilers, oh wow. I didn't realize it was that bad. They were out shooting the Panthers 36-26. Ozone draw for the Oilers. They win it. Marchand does not have a stick. Bouchard on. It's wide. Brown. Draisaitl. Lindell. One of the Panthers still doesn't have a stick. Shot! Bouchard misses wide. Where is it? Panthers clear it all the way down the ice. And with 18.4 seconds to go. So Marchand is holding up his stick for the refs and making a show of it. I'm confused. Is he trying to say it wasn't slashed? It was broken from a block. Oh, he's saying it touched the netting on the way out. Oh, so they should be able to switch lines is what they're saying. Is Paul Maurice going to get his way? Let's see. So this is very interesting. If they're saying that's when the play ended, yes, the Panthers get to switch, but the Oilers should get, well, both teams should get time back on the clock, shouldn't they? Are they just calling it an icing? It looks like they're just calling it an icing. Oh, so it's an icing, but they also get to change? Anyway, 18.4 seconds to go in the third. Here's what you need to know. Barkov is taking the faceoff against Leon Draisaitl. It's the Oilers' top guys. It's the Panthers' top guys. It's the end of the third period. It's 3-3. It's game one of the 2025 Stanley Cup Final. So they have added time. Interesting trade, right? The Panthers get a change. The Oilers get more time on the clock in the offensive zone. But, I mean, that could also benefit the Panthers. 25.3 seconds to go. Panthers win that draw. Rodriguez airmails it into the neutral zone. And puck goes out of play again. 14.5 seconds to go in the third. Michael Baldassi to the tune of Feel Good Inc. Do 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 click like do, 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 click like. I got that bin screaming voice. 5,000 of you in here. Holy Toledo. Barkov wins that draw. Are we going to get overtime here? Barkov. Oilers. Draisaitl, 5 seconds. Fired on. Deflected wide. And Drew, you should have kept your big mouth shut. Because we are going to overtime in game one of the Stanley Cup Final. My wife wanted to know if I would be able to get up early. I said probably not. And now I will simply send her the word overtime. And a this emoji. And she knows what that means. That means, I'm sorry, but I can't. Sedin Magic 15, 5 OTs incoming. How about 5 middle fingers to you incoming. Do I want a break? I'm okay. Are you okay? I'm okay. Drew is going to the little boy's room. He's leaving me all alone. Brad showing where he'll sign it later. That's funny, Denise. Taro Sugimoto, best drafted player name ever. And he wasn't even a real guy. Don't be a baby. Get up early. Okay, so I used to think that way. And I went nuts. Who do we got, chat? Who's winning this in overtime? Drew is breaking the P with Steve rule. Oh, yeah, I forgot I made that rule. I'm going to tweet out overtime. I'm going to put it on friggin' Blue Sky. I'm going to put it on friggin' Threads. I'm going to put it everywhere. Chat, who is getting the OT winner? Sam Bennett for the Hattie would be diabolical. El Nino Sun, Blue Sky? Yes, Blue Sky is a Twitter alternative with fewer blatant racists. Daddy time, get up and support your wife, dude. Hey. Drew says he's back, and your wife ordered you chicken nuggets? Oh my God. I love that for you. Well, okay, Drew. This is fascinating. Because chicken nuggets are like the one thing that everyone agrees on. Like you have some weird food takes, but you love chicken nuggies, and I also like them. Who doesn't like them? What sauce is your preferred with chicken nuggets? Sweet and sour? Okay, so that's very basic. What? It's very basic. That's the one that most people like. No, it's not honey for me. They do have that new, what is it, like mustard something sauce? No, I can't remember what it's called. I do like that a lot. I am a McDonald's barbecue sauce with nuggets guy. They have the worst barbecue sauce. Yeah, but not with nuggets. It's got a weird tang to it. No, I'm a big fan. Mayo all day, prison. Mayo with chicken? You are dipping chicken into eggs. You will have to you don't have to answer to me, you have to answer to God. Why are you dipping chicken in chicken? I don't put mayo on my chicken sandwiches. I'm not a big mayo guy. No, if I got to make chicken right now, I'm mucking it. No, I like a little bit of mayo. A little bit of mayo. Like the people like like eat it with a spoon. Friggin' ugh. Who puts mayo in their coffee? The Tennessee Titans starting quarterback? I hope they lose every game. 2 tablespoons of mayo in his. Okay. Drew. Maybe this is just because the NFL has more athletes than like, I think more than the MLB, more than the NHL, more than the NBA. It's 70 per team. Well, there you go. Does the NFL not have more profoundly weird people than any other league? Who does that? That's friggin'. Ugh. I'm paying $2 for you to get up early. Wake up early, you bum. Oh, the habanero sauce is very good. All right, you know what? You're pressuring me. I'm going to get up early. You're a piece of crap. Oh, no. I'm not ordering nuggets. No. No. Unless. See, the problem with getting nuggets to my door right now, Drew, is I would have to get up and leave. And there's no commercial breaks during overtime. If I had an associate producer, if I woke my 4-year-old son up and I was like, get up and get your daddy some chicken, then yeah. Charlie Schmitz. I know I'm a couple weeks late on this, but I went to Manzanita Lake for Memorial Day. I immediately thought this was a Red Dead Redemption question because Manzanita Post is a place. If I posted that, would it make a Manzanita Post? There's only a few people in the chat who appreciated that, and I'm one of them. It's from Red Dead. Harvey's is really good honey mustard sauce. So good with the fries and chicken tenders. Can J fan? I'm not sure what you meant to type. Columbus should offer sheet Matt Rempe, sign Bennett, and keep Olivier to create a nightmare to play against. Offer sheeting Matt Rempe is diabolical. Utah and Buffalo should help each other out. Utah gets Tage, JJ, and Byram, while Buffalo gets Gavin McKenna, plus a boatload of picks and prospects. Steve, you put mustard on nuggets? No. I was thinking honey mustard, but it's actually no. It's habanero. I don't put mustard on nuggets. I do like mustard on my fries, which I know is weird. I love it though. Kapanen from Brown and Klingberg in OT. Oyakodon is a Japanese dish of a rice bowl with chicken and barely cooked eggs. Translated literally, it's parent and child donburi. Oh, no. Leafs Stanley Cup next year, or Leo and Isla both become professional hockey players for the respective Toronto teams. So not only do they become pro hockey players, but they got to do it in Toronto. The odds of that are so astronomical, it's far more likely the Leafs win the cup, which is crazy. Leo had hockey today. He had a great time. Isla was putting around. Michael Bond left a super chat, and it's a very important one, so I'm going to read it out to you. Mustard! Thank you, Michael. Captain Salty. Steve, I went to a hockey card show last weekend and I found a Sheldon Keefe CHL game used jersey patch card in a random box. I have no idea what that's worth. Drew says nothing. See, like, that's weird because, like, who's looking for that card? But also, it's like probably a one of a kind. Like, it's tricky. Like, I sold a one of a kind Mark Savard card and I got $60 for it. And you're like, who's paying $60 for a one of a kind Mark Savard card? I don't know. Someone who really likes Mark Savard. There only needs to be one of them. It's a one of a kind card. That's okay, Steve. I only eat spaghetti with Parmesan cheese, no sauce. Oh, so you're 5. I have to go with Brad for the OT winner. He just always seems to come through. He did get one against the Leafs. Hear me out. There are 2 to 5 goalies on NHL rosters. Does that not change the per capita of weird in hockey's favor? I mean, who is putting mayonnaise in their coffee in the NHL, though? Sabres just need to do something to be relevant. Okay, Kendrick Lamar. Thank you. What's that, Drew? Sorry. There are NFL players on active rosters that, like multiple, that brag about eating raccoon for Thanksgiving. Who? Xavier Leggett? Okay, I have a real dumb question. Where do you get raccoon? And is the answer just the woods? they catch it? I mean, there's no way raccoon's good. Is it just like a rabbit? I've never eaten rabbit. So my mom, so I'm half Italian. I'm sure most of you know that. It explains so much about me if you didn't know that. The term fresh off the boat is rather inappropriate. But my mom was literally raised by 2 Italians who arrived here in Canada on a boat. So they're fresh off the boat. And they would go to the market and they would buy rabbits. My mother, as a child, would play with these rabbits. And then at some point, they would kill and cook the rabbit. Your no did the same thing to your mom? Drew is also part of Italian. No, you're full. No, you're half. Yeah, you're half. Yeah. Livingstone. Yeah, you and me, because of our names, we're daywalkers. So I've never had it. And I think part of the reason, I mean, 1, who eats rabbit anymore? But number 2, my mom is traumatized. Do you want to dip those cheesies in mayo? No, but why do I feel like that might actually be okay? I'd try it. Wouldn't they just break? No, Hawkins cheesies have sturdiness to them. Cheetos would just, turn into powder. The owner of the Dallas Cowboys has eaten squirrel. I just don't feel like that would be a delicious animal. No, I wouldn't eat a raccoon, Drew. Raccoons are disgusting. Their poo is toxic. I know you're not eating their poo, but it comes out of them. Someone at work used to put butter in their coffee. That I have actually heard of, and that I have actually tried. And it's kind of interesting. I've had savory coffee before. Like some cultures just put salt in their coffee. It's interesting. It's not for me, but I didn't mind it. I think it's like grass-fed coffee. There's a place in Toronto that does it, just west of CBC, just west of Blue Jays Way. I don't know if it's still there. I mean, when you think about it, like butter isn't milk or cream, but it's related to it. Mayonnaise is not related to those things. Mayonnaise is whipped up egg. Thank you, Steve. Best $2 I have ever spent. Thank you. Overtime is set to begin. Playoff career overtime goals. Carter Verhaeghe leading the way with friggin' 5. Oilers were down 3-1. They came back to tie it in the third. I've said this all playoff long. Stop getting multi-goal leads against the Oilers. It is their superpower. But now, interesting factor for overtime, it is the long change, which the Florida Panthers own. Oilers greatly outshot the Panthers in the first, greatly outshot them in the third, but the Panthers own the second. Panthers had a very quick opportunity there. They shoot it wide. They get it back. Reinhart stopped by Skinner, and not an ideal start for the Oilers. Cryogenic. Feel like I should clarify. Timmy's coffee. Wait. Did they order a butter in their coffee from Timmy's? Like someone from Timmy's had to make it? Because making someone do that to your coffee in a place that doesn't traditionally do that, I think, is crazy. Steve, what animal's poo isn't toxic? That's a great question. Let's not talk about it. There's some people who just tuned in. They're like, what? Panthers with numbers. Oh, they're way off side. No? Okay. Stop by Skinner at the side of the net. Marchand. Stop! Oh my gosh, that missed by millimeters. Jones. It's all Panthers to start overtime here. All Panthers. Panthers try to put it in front. They put it off the back of the net. And now here's McDavid. Draisaitl. Knobloch keeping those two together. Brown is with McDavid and Draisaitl. Draisaitl gets up, somewhat labored as he heads to the bench. What is your dream car if you had to part with the Mazda? Another Mazda. Verhaeghe gains the Oilers zone. 90 seconds gone in this overtime. And I'm going to say the first overtime. Kulikov. To Schmidt. On. Oh, rebound! Oh, my gosh. How many rebound opportunities have the Panthers already gotten in this overtime? Verhaeghe. On. Deflected by Tkachuk. Klingberg collects it. Skinner has been brilliant to start this overtime. Panthers tag up. Stolen right off them. Here come the Oilers. This is a partial 2-on-1. Podkolzin has Janmark. He fires it wide. Podkolzin's feeling it tonight. Boquist gets it deep. Kulak. Can the Oilers get out of their zone? They do. It's in the neutral zone. Boquist loves a good zone entry, does Boquist. Oilers get it back. Can they get it out? They do. Henrique shovels it into the Panthers' end. Did Steve call who would score for either team? Oh boy. That puck goes out of play. 17:09. Give me Reinhart. And Nuge. Drew says, oh, good picks. Verhaeghe and Kane. $17:09 to go in this first overtime. I guess the amount of time doesn't matter. Its next goal wins. Panthers' overtime record in the Cup final is 1-1. Oilers is 3-0. Connor McDavid through the center of the ice. He has 4 Panthers surrounding him. He just dumps it. Oilers hold the zone. McDavid first on it. McDavid. Oh, McDavid in the midair. He's in the corner. Gets it back to Bouchard at the point. Bouchard on. Where is it? Rodriguez comes out with it. Why do I feel like he's a sneaky good overtime pick? Bouchard around for Ekholm. Oilers got to get Hunter the Lynx on the ice. Yeah, like friggin' in threes. 3. Jones doesn't do a good job clearing it deep. Oh, and he's run into. But the Panthers settle it down, airmail it into the neutral zone. Oilers get it right back. Here's Kasperi Kapanen. I recognize those chugga crossovers anywhere. Kane in front. Stop by Bob. Rebound. That's blocked away and out of play. 15:56 to go in this first overtime here in game one. Bang. That was a tough block on Jake Wallman. Inside of the calf there for Eetu Luosterainen. Drew sent me a TikTok of an NFL player. Is this the mayonnaise one or the raccoon one? The raccoon. Oh, God. Okay. Weird dump in for Tkachuk. I think that might have hit the linesman. Oilers get it out. Bit of a fan pass there. Wow! Wallman runs his man over. Who was that? Verhaeghe? Someone got flattened. We got a whistle. I believe that's offside. Kulikov and Arvidsson going at it. Ekblad and I think that's Podkolzin going at it. Steve, have you ever had moose? My aunt is from Newfoundland, and every year she brings it to me. I don't think I have. I'm trying to see. My buddy's caught a moose. Did I might have had some moose that my buddy caught. I know I've had deer that my buddy caught. That was crazy. No, venison, moose. Like I don't think that's weird. Moose is it weird or exotic? Joe Exotic. Ooh. Wait, no, that's weird. Face off at center ice, 5:29. 15:29, sorry, to go. I skipped the one. To go in overtime. Panthers get it deep. Ekholm and Reinhart battling. McDavid and Barkov have been stapled to each other. Jones. Rodriguez. Hard around. No one really on Reinhart there. Oh, Rodriguez! Stopped by the glove of Skinner. Oh, baby. Oilers get it out. Will it be enough for icing? Yes. Shout out to whoever's on the cameras tonight for hockey night. They shoot back to Skinner, but it's not a shot of him. It's just a shot of his glove. Shot attempts, 73-72 for Florida. This has been a tight game. Ref didn't like that face-off. Is he kicking Draisaitl out? Doesn't look like it. Lundell versus Draisaitl in the Oilers zone. Lundell wins that back to Ekblad. Forsling fakes the shot. Hard around for Marchand. Bouchard working. Marchand working to get it back. McDavid, 2-on-1 here. Plays it back to Bouchard, who shovels it into the neutral zone. Whoa! Corey Perry knocks over Aaron Ekblad. And they call a whistle for hand pass. He said something like 3 or 4 times to Ekblad there, and I don't know what it was. Was he saying big boy? See, I don't even think Perry is like a great chirper. Like, I don't know if he's got moments where he's been caught on mic like, oh, that was brilliant. I think he's just annoying. I think he's just really annoying. I think you hate his face. I think you hate his repetition. Whatever, he wins. Oilers win that face-off. Kulak handles it back in his own end. Nurse. Up the ice. Oh, Bobrovsky plays it. Brown was going to be first on it. That was actually a pretty heads-up play there by Bob. Boquist. Ooh, he's fast. Forces the Oilers to make a quick play. And Panthers get to it first. Boquist dumps it. Well, puck sort of dies behind the net there. Frederick has it. He hands it off to Nurse. Nurse up the ice for Kulak, who dumps it. Bob out of his net to play it to Jones. To Bennett. Where does that go? Skinner, hard around. Gets it out. Mikkola after it. Evander Kane chasing after him. Wham! Evander Kane with the hit. Tkachuk gives it away. Oilers struggle to get out of their own end a little bit. Hard around. Panthers. Whoa! Shifty move there from Bennett. Nearly a nice play to Tkachuk. Panthers are changing. Kapanen trying to take advantage. Kapanen! Oh! Stop by Bob! Holy cow, what a play by Kapanen. And he turns it into an icing from the Panthers. It would have been goal of the playoffs, Drew. But listen, if the Oilers score here, this is still Kapanen. I don't know if... Did Bob even get a piece of that? Let me see. Oh, I think he hits the post. Or does he hit the outside of the post? Let's see here. I think Bob might have got a piece of that. Rodriguez. Down the ice again. Bouchard with it in his own end. Up the ice. Bit of a risky pass there from Bouchard. Ekholm dumps it. What happened there? Shot from the point. Ekholm. Perry for Draisaitl. Hard around to Bouchard at the point. Ekholm. Oh, rebound! Oilers airmail it out. Cameraman couldn't find that. It's icing against the Panthers. And we are still in the aftershocks of that Kapanen breakaway. Panthers have now iced it twice. Oilers have the Panthers on the ropes here a little bit after a really good start to this overtime by Florida. Have you ever tried prairie oysters? I hear Panthers like them. I don't even know if you're making a joke. I've never heard of that. Ekblad can't clear it. Now the Panthers do. Ekholm across. Oh, it's bull testicles. Drew is not sure. He just thinks that. Skinner out of his net to play it. Google says prairie oysters are bull testicles. Thank you for that. No, I haven't. Oilers in the Panthers zone. Oh, Janmark has it stolen off him. Panthers looking to counterattack with speed. Oilers defend. Skinner out of his net to play it. Oh, hard around for Arvidsson. Arvidsson smushed by Lindell. Arvidsson, though, does stave it off. Gets it to his defenders. It's down the ice. Forsling and Janmark skating after it. Janmark first on it. Beats out the icing. Brown gets it to the point. To Wallman. On. It hits Travick. Wallman keeps it alive. Lindell doesn't have a stick. Henrique. Oh, Frederick. Stopped by Bob. Oilers keep it alive still. Fired down the ice. And that'll be icing once again against the Panthers, who are just hanging on right now. Reed GM says thanks. Thank you. Lindell shoves Wallman. So who cleared it with their glove, Drew? Oh, it was Lindell. 100-gram serving of moose meat contains 22 grams of protein. making it a lean and protein-packed food. Thank you, Brad. Oilers win the ozone draw. Wallman across. Wallman gets it again. Hands it off to Nuge. Fired. Hits Kasperi Kapanen's bum. Nugent Hopkins in the corner. Marchand. Ooh, just manages to clear it. He doesn't find a pass target, but he does clear it. Hard battle along the boards right in front of the Oilers bench. Kapanen with it in his own end. Man, he's been such an asset for the Oilers. Kapanen and Kane. Kane to Kapanen. Kapanen looking for options. Cycles it. Kane's going to go after it. Kulikov gets there first. Kane fires it just wide. Ekholm steps up to get it. Off the glass and around. Panthers can't clear it. Perry to Ekholm. Ekholm! Stopped by Bob. Perry. What a chapter this would be in his career. McDavid. What a chapter this would be in his career. Ekholm! Shot! Bobrovsky saves it. 85-mile-an-hour shot for Ekholm. 9:37 to go in this first OT. Moose Hawkins says, please do not eat me. I taste bad. Not true. Don't listen. Consensus in the group chat is this game rules. This is only game one of the Stanley Cup final in 2025, but what a game. What a game. If you're an Oilers fan, I expect you to be full of anxiety. If you're a Panthers fan, and I expect you to be full of anxiety. As a neutral, like the Stanley Cup final has more neutrals watching it than any other series. This is spectacular puck. Like, really, really, really good stuff. $5,600 of you in the chat. Click like. It helps out this channel a lot. It's quick to do, easy to do, free to do. Aaron Ekblad, 29 minutes and 28 seconds. He leads the way. Forsling, 29 minutes and 1 second. Bouchard, 28-23. McDavid leading all forwards at 27:09. Reinhart is second among forwards at an even 26 minutes. We're almost at 3,000 likes. Drew says, after these playoffs, would you say Bouchard is a top 10 defenseman? Listen, like, he's so shocking in the regular season in his own end. He puts up just a psychotic amount of points. But look at how dependable he is in the playoffs. Like, to not put him in the top 10, I think is diabolical. Top 10? You know how bad you got to be at defense to do what he does and not be top 10? He's top 10. How many OT periods do you think this series will have? 7. Bouchard. That's wide. Ekholm races in. McDavid hard after it, battling Barkov like they have been all night. Seth Jones has it. He rushes it out. Ooh, Evan Rodriguez just onside. Where's the puck? Seth Jones has it in his own end. I'm a Leafs fan and I'm full of anxiety. Well, I think you should just talk to your doctor about that. Ekholm behind his net, hounded by Reinhart. Ekholm faked the handoff to Draisaitl. Chipped into the Panthers' end. Arvidsson hard after it. Bob out of his net to play it. Panthers take a little bit, but they do get out. Rodriguez tries to get it deep as the Panthers are changing. Oilers tried to take advantage. They're not quite going to be able to. Ekblad. Nice move in his own end. Oh, and he absorbs a hit. And once again, for the fourth, fifth time this overtime, that'll be icing against the Panthers. 8:32 to go in this overtime. You know what, Drew? I'm so mad at you. I'm hungry. I'm not going to like Uber Eats a 6-pack of nuggets. Nurse. Wide. Oh, Kapanen has it now. Nurse. Blocked wide. Luosterainen after it in the corner. Kane digging. Kapanen with a big hit. And he gets it to the point. Keeps it alive. Kane and Kapanen wreaking havoc. Kulak has it at the point. Flips it on. Stopped by the chest of Bobrovsky. I know if I order it now. No, I can't. I can't. I can't. My goals. I can't. I can't. No, I can't. I'm literally going to have steak for breakfast for leftovers. Like, I can't. I can't. I can't. I know the whole chat's yelling at me to do it. Oilers win it back. Wallman. On! Oh, that's just wide. Verhaeghe. Oilers can't hold the zone. Kachuk gets it deep. And that goes out of play. 7:50 to go in overtime. Shut up, I'm doing it. See, I don't want the extra value meal. Like, that's crazy. Chicken and fish. Box of 20? Yo, I have so much leftovers in my fridge, though. My wife's going to kill me. So now I have to get up early. Where the hell are nuggets? Individual item. There you go. 10 McNuggets. Deep in the Panther zone. You're making me order this, and Here comes Sam Bennett. Can he complete the hat trick? That gets airmailed out. And I ordered this May 25th, 2024, almost exactly a year ago. 10 McNuggets with spicy habanero sauce and barbecue sauce. View cart. This is so frivolous. Ordered. 7:24 to go in overtime. Face off in the Oilers zone. Scrum. Gadjevich comes up with it. Taken off him by Ekholm. Ekholm hard around the boards. Oilers get out. Ooh, bang and crash. Right back in the Oilers' end. Right back in the neutral zone. Right back in the Oilers' end. Here comes Nosek. Stopped by Skinner. 7:01 to go in overtime. My delivery guy definitely thinks I'm a piece of crap. Mrs. Dangle, Steve said, wake him up early. It's crazy Kapanen is where he is now after his last two moves were being waiver claimed. Does Steve remember any of the deal of Kapanen to Pittsburgh? I do. Kapanen was traded for the 15th overall pick, which was like, it was a bigger deal than that. I want to say Evan Rodriguez was traded to the Leafs. They just didn't sign him. The 15th overall pick was Rodion Amirov, who, by all accounts, could have been a really good player and obviously, unfortunately, passed. Rodriguez gains the zone. Barkov battling along the boards. Nurse trying to say, get out of here. Oilers kick it across the line to get it out. Oh, Panthers have it behind the Oilers' net. Rodriguez, bodies all over the place. Barkov took out two guys on his own. Ekblad, shot, wide. Ooh, sneaky dangerous. Did he try to go off the end boards to bank it off Skinner on purpose? Way! That was Drew and I's friend, Kaylee Sibley. Like front and center on TV there. Works for Sportsnet Social. The weirdest thing about working in media is turning on the TV and being like, I know that guy. Or gal. Lindell takes the offensive zone draw for the Panthers. Boy, this voice is not thriving. $43-30 are the shots for the Oilers. If my Drew's just talking all sorts of evil into existence, and I won't have it. Oilers, get it out. Kapanen chasing after it. Wallman has it in his own zone. Taking his time. You know what? The Oilers have looked pretty good considering how good the Panthers are with the long change, like we discussed. What happened there? That's icing against the Panthers. Panthers almost had too many men. As a Tim Hortons owner, I'm disappointed in you, Steve. Next time, get some good Canadian grub. You know what, David? You had the power to send me stuff this whole time. If you're an owner, I don't care if you're an owner in like Alberta, you could have sent it to my house. They would have been here in a few days. Face off in the Oilers zone. Oilers come up with it. Can they get it out? They do. Icing again, though. 5:41 to go in this overtime. Can we get to 3,500 likes? That is a thing I would like very much. Someone is typing 1990 in the chat to chirp Oilers fans because that was their last cup. My heart hurts. Matthew Tkachuk on, blocked. Kapanen. Oh, where's the puck? It is out. Ekblad and Forsling get it to Bennett. Bennett gains the zone. Ekblad jumping up. Bennett! Shots wide. Bennett gets it back. Behind the net for Tkachuk. That's his office. Verhaeghe. Hard around for Ekblad. Verhaeghe, Tkachuk. Looking for friends in front. Finds Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe. Oh boy, this looks good for the Panthers. Stolen off him by Podkolzin, who's had a very solid game. Tkachuk holds the line. Klingberg. This pair struggled a bit tonight. Kapanen doesn't realize it's in his feet. He gets it out and down the ice, and it's not enough for icing. Kulikov. 4:40 to go in this overtime. Buy some lozenges and some tea. I need to. Panthers gain the zone, and they call it offside. 4:34 to go in overtime. Apparently, the Nuggets are 3 minutes away. Did I order these telepathically? How are they 3 minutes away? Right. Damn it, Steve, you made me order nuggets too. Cool. Is it 20 minutes to midnight for you as well? I'm 37. My body will not appreciate this. Like at all. My dog will. My dog's going to be like, yo, what? He's going to think it's his birthday. He's going to think he's dying. Why is it midnight and you're getting me nuggets? It's going to be the best day of his life. Puck behind the Oilers' net. Nurse hard around, and he gets it out with help from Henrique. Brown, tries to dump it. Great stick from the Panthers. Battle in front of the Oilers' bench. Brown chasing Schmidt. Great pursuit by Brown. Dumped deep into the Oilers' end. Stop by Skinner. Oh, it looked like he was going to wait for the whistle. Plays it to Kulak behind his own net. Kulak. What did Kulak say there, Drew? Marchand. Oh, fires it on to Skinner. Tricky. Perry. Oh, cheeky to Draisaitl. Gets it out. Panthers taking back this overtime a little bit. The sauces will help with your throat. Maybe. Perry. Behind the net. Draisaitl. Puck taken off him, and the Panthers clear. Is this enough for icing? Looks like it's going to be 2:56 to go in overtime. The first one. We're really going to get double OT. Yeah, depending on when this game ends, Drew might edit Cup Check in the morning. That's fair. Face off in the Panthers' end. Oh, Oilers won that clean, but the ref wants to redo it. And the fans are booing. The DoorDasher wants to catch the winning goal too. That's fair. Oilers win it again. One-timer. Ekholm fires that wide. I believe the Nuggets are at the front door. 2:40 to go in this overtime. Oh, that's a clear icing against the Oilers. 2:34 to go in overtime. We got to be careful, man. Like, it is nearly midnight in like suburban Southern Ontario. If I don't get up there in 5 minutes, a raccoon is going to eat these things. 6,000 people are watching this right now. Face off in the Oilers zone. Panthers win it back. They have to scamper to hold the line. Bouchard behind the net. Bennett gets it to the point, though. Ekblad back to Bennett, out of his reach, though. Ekholm avoids Tkachuk. Hard around. Kept by Ekblad. These two teams are so evenly matched. Nuge gets it out to Bouchard. What a move around Forsling! Oh, through the blue paint. Stopped by Bob. What a move. What a moment that would have been in his career. Wallman around. Oilers to Podkolzin. Back to Arvidsson. Shot! Stopped by Bob's blocker. Noshik behind his own net. Out of play, and is that a penalty? Oh, baby! A minute 43 to go in overtime. What a moment! The Oilers are going to the power play in overtime. Bouchard says, screw it, and just victimizes Gustav Forsling. Oh, baby. And not what you want out of a player on your fourth line. A puck over the glass penalty for Thomas Nosek. Oilers power play is 0 for 3. Do they get that O off the board? McDavid to take the face-off. McDavid wins the face-off. That's Nuge. Nuge to Boosh. Draisaitl to Boosh. To McDavid. Nuge. Perry in front. McDavid. Boosh. McDavid. Shot! Deflected by Perry and out of play. And everyone's just taking their free shot at Perry, knowing never in a million years are they going to call it. J-Rock 2025 playoffs brought to you by Cheesies and Nuggets. Neither of them are advertising. I would like both of them to advertise. So Perry tipped that, and he did not tip it so good. Went way out of play. Perry's stick actually broke doing it. I think he's just trying to get his boys some breath here. Face-off in the Panthers zone. Man, the ref redoing the face-off again. I don't know why the fans are booing that, though, because that would have been, I think, a Panthers easy clear. 1:20 to go in the first period of overtime, 1:37 to go in this penalty kill for the Panthers. Holy smokes, drop the thing. They do. Scrum draw. Where's the puck? Where's the puck? Where's the puck? Ekblad off the glass and out. Into the glove of Evan Bouchard. Here comes McDavid with speed. McDavid gains his zone, drops for Nuge. Cannot get it back to Bouchard. Panthers looking to turn this into offense here. They dump it hard around. Skinner out of his net to play it. That was actually a very good play there. Bouchard. Hands it off to McDavid with crazy speed through everybody. Nuge. Off the boards to Bouch. Back to Nuge. Perry gets it to McDavid. Draisaitl scores! Leon Draisaitl ends it with 31 seconds to go in overtime. Nosek with the long journey from the penalty box to the bench and then the dressing room as the Oilers take game one. Who else? Who else? Leon Draisaitl started this game, ended this game, and the Edmonton Oilers take a 1-0 series lead in the 2025 Stanley Cup Final. Stuart Skinner allowed 3 goals on the first 8 shots he faced and was absolutely spectacular after that. Sergei Bobrovsky facing nearly 50 shots was spectacular. But if you leave Draisaitl open on the power play, you're letting McDavid feed him on the power play. Perry to Connor to Leon right under Bobrovsky's glove. The Oilers 1 win closer to becoming Stanley Cup champions. Drew, can I go get them? No, I got to eat them on the stream. Are you kidding? Yeah. Iggy. There we go. Iggy. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Iggy, Drew, take that off the screen. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Iggy. You see this? Look at him. He can't friggin' believe it. Here, wait. I got to establish dominance. Nom, 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 nom. You like that? There you go. There you go. And he is not going to leave me alone. Looks like Leon was Marchand's guy. Even better. If this is game one, the rest is going to be wee. I agree. Don't jinx the oil, Steve. I won't. Oh, no! I spilled water. Not a lot, though. Drop the nuggets. And Iggy is like, yo, I literally just died. This is the spicy habanero sauce. That's what I was talking about. This is turned into a mukbang real quick. Oh, so that was a really good bite. And I was like, that was such a good bite. I'm so happy right now. And then Insulin 801 comments, that's what it looks like when superstars show up. Like, damn. Holy good gosh darn, bro. That hurt my life. Oh. Oh. The habanero is whoo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my God. So, yeah, thank you, Drew. I really appreciate it. They are absolutely banging Pink Pony Club in Edmonton. Let me ask you something. Leon only had 20 minutes ice time going into OT. That's lower than I would expect, but it's not that crazy. Do people want Oilers fan Steve? I don't have an Oilers jersey. Dang, that superstar comment was right in the Nuggets. Damn. It's amazing to me that players don't stick to Draisaitl like Velcro. Their power play runs through his one-timer. But teams never learn. Well, that's Ovechkin. That's Stamkos. That's like old school Stamkos. Right now you're like, Stamkos. Yo. Stamkos a few years ago, pre-COVID Stamkos. Oh my God, he was a killer. Toddler must have known. Woke me at 4 o'clock in Scotland. You know what? I have to shoot a video. And Drew has to edit that video. And tomorrow I got a podcast. And I'm being bullied into helping out my wife and children tomorrow by you guys. Bet you feel good about yourselves. Drew, what do you think? Cup check. Man, it's late. Cup check tonight or cup check tomorrow? Tonight, if I can get it to him in the next hour. Sounds like a challenge. Isn't it amazing when star players show up? It is indeed. My friends, what a stream. What a wonderful time. What a game. I don't think this is going to be a short series. What a banger. That is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like the stream. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. Iggy, up. He's been here the whole time. There you go. Yeah, he ain't going anywhere. Have a good night.